Yo. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Penis. Uh-oh. Penis. What does your penis smell like? Oh my god. Oh my god.
We got heavy black smoke south. Heavy black smoke south of the field.
Jesus Christ.
They're saying it's going to be possible plane crash. Plane landed on top of the building.
Dude.
Possibly from like waste management area.
Holy cow, dude, that's bad. Holy
A couple guard units at 47 are going to be approaching a very large area on fire.
What are you doing? Get the f out of the way! Back up!
Bro, what are you doing?
Back up! Damn, man.
Looks like the majority of the fire is going to be at this recycling facility here.
Fuck is wrong with that?
Great Lane. We're going to need law enforcement to shut down Great Lane.
Radio 38, I'm at Great Lane, traffic shut down here.
Dude, what the heck?
Spirits.
Move out of the way!
Oh.
Several traffic in that area too.
We see a lot of people at Stooges. We're trying to get out of here, so keep a hole open for them. We're going to push them towards our loop.
Chief 2, for information, officers advising airfield is closed at this time.
Jesus Christ.
The EMS at Great Lane at Stooges had that subject extremely burned in the back of the truck here.
Yeah.
UPS is evacuating all the
Okay, I'm flatbed pickup.
Okay, we're going to try to push everybody this way, okay?
To me, initiate a medical post. I've got casualties being brought to me.
You guys got this? I'm going to run around back.
Units broke off Great Lane and Crittenden.
Alright. So,
Hey, guys, y'all need to get out. Y'all need to go. Everybody needs to get out. Y'all need to go, guys. Come on, let's go.
Go ahead.
We'll be on the news later. Let's go. We need you guys to get out, y'all. We're evacuating this entire area. We need to go, okay?
I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go get some gloves.
Do me a favor, just go back inside, guys. There's all kinds of debris around here. I am working this. Okay. Good luck, bro. Do me a favor, try to work your way that way and just get out of the area.
Hey, stay away from those wires.
good luck,
I
bro.
don't know.
It's Rescue 46. I'm currently out of water, but I'm being supplied by Guard Rescue 68. At this time, I'm back up to a quarter of a tank now.
I'm trying to take the guard off my lighter.
What happened?
Not blind?
Officers will eventually obtain footage caught by a dash cam on the same street.
Landed
There
on
are
top of
several
my foot.
never-before-seen angles we will soon witness in this video.
Holy shit. Holy fuck, dude. That's insane.
Officers soon discover numerous factors that make this explosion an absolute worst-case scenario.
This is talking to you. That's good, though. Okay, then.
Get out of here.
Okay, he is all the way down at the very end. I think it's where it's at. They're trying to get this road down so he can come this way, okay? Once he makes it to, if he does, find me out, okay? There's people that are still trapped, but they can't get through because the flames are right in the middle.
Aren't warp stalkers
Find
mad?
out right now.
I'm trying to figure out where these cars are coming from because they need to get out. They're probably pushing all these bricks to the next road over. Brian said somebody in a red hoodie said there's people in that trailer in there that they need to know because they mission, but I can't find it.
LMPD or retro tape advised they're on the emergency fire 5 and event 1 for fire operations.
There's a plane down right on Great Lane, Stooges. Somebody's burned bad. That's all I know for right now.
Go back inside, please.
Well, from UPS security, we're over here trying to figure out if it's UPS plane or not.
Okay. I know you're from UPS, but this is all going to probably be a giant scene. Yeah. And regardless of where you work,
No, that's
they're going to make
fine.
you leave.
Can I do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, if EMS comes down Great Lane, it's a pretty good shot. They can get around that.
My penis
There's no way
hurts.
right now. You good?
I hurt my penis in the plane crash.
Holy shit.
Watch debris!
Watch out, above! Charge it! Yeah, all of them. They're all gonna go up.
Where's your car at? Yeah. Let's.
On the plane.
No, it's okay. Let's please get out of here.
1731.
Everybody gone. Let's go.
Snapchatting while en route. It'd be like that sometimes.
Shut it down and get out. Just go all the way back there. We got this. We can't let you move. We just got. We don't want people to start blowing up. I need you. Keep going
Really?
back. Sorry.
Plane crashes can cause large explosions, but the size and duration of this fire is unusual. Officers and firefighters did not yet know the UPS cargo plane was departing for Hawaii, a roughly 4,400-mile, 10-hour flight, meaning the MD-11 was likely carrying nearly a full fuel load of over 330,000 pounds. The situation was made worse when the aircraft crashed onto a fuel recycling center, whose owner later told officers what materials were stored on site.
1,000 gallons of number 2 fuel oil. The diesel fuel, the number 2 off-road diesel fuel, I had about 6,000 gallons of it. Roughly around
No sex appeal in Canada. I'm smoking tobacco. Sorry. Hang on. 1 second. Give me 2 minutes. What's up?
A whole bunch of bad oil, probably 147,000 gallons mixed with water. So that stuff may boil up and burn
I just
off
shaved
as
and
well,
showered.
but it burns. It burns hot.
Oh, it's burning.
This event requires as many first responders as possible, causing some to suddenly leave their homes on a day off. Fire trucks and other emergency vehicles will continue to arrive at the scene throughout the following days.
I'm gonna be late.
Our kids need to go to the hospital. It was right. They came down.
Is anybody in here?
What the hell?
She's hurt.
I can get EMS over here.
Uh-oh.
Let me see.
We want to get out of here.
I understand. I can't see you that way right now. Can I see who's hurting here? So I can help.
Hello.
You guys have burns?
The shirt I'm wearing is too hot.
I'm
sweating.
Everything's pretty much landed right on top of this car, man.
I cannot wait to get my nether reading breaks.
And I heard a boom, and then I seen fire shoot out. So I went over top.
I'm so ready, dude.
They got some
I'm so fucking ready.
The main thing I want to do is move you guys because there's
Did you
more things that
get
are
WoW yet? Did you download WoW yet?
Move that way and we'll help you guys down there. Okay?
Low WoW. Download WoW right now.
Just go that way as far as you can. Those are like small little scrapes. If we have someone who has serious burns, we'll treat them here. But if they can move, they need to go to casualty collection.
There's a whole lot of dumbasses that think we're just driving down Great Lane.
Damn, that's a
instead of
big
trying to get closer to see it. I see something like that, I'm like, I'm going the opposite way. I don't want no part of that.
You ain't flying that just over here. Yeah. Spleens.
Yeah, we'll get you through here just a second. Establish where the command post is and the best route of entry.
What? Triage traps. What? Like for
I was just saying, I
blood?
don't have time to talk, but I understand it's one of your aircraft. This is like a casualty collection point. Gotcha. People keep pulling up and parking. We just need them out of the road. Let's go. Come on.
Come on. Is that too loud? Sorry. I mean, Sergeant Snapchat. There you go. It's a little bit better.
I'll be honest, I mean, where those tanks are over there.
Meow, 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 meow. Where's the person I need to talk to? Really? Might be nice. Bleed. Bleed. Blood. Alright, there you go. Easy peasy.
Grade A Recycling said the plane pretty much almost landed on top of the building. This is wild, man. I never expected this. What are you doing? That's my truck that made me get out of my truck.
Let me get on my truck.
Do me a favor, go around the corner.
Alright, that's too much. What's playing? What's playing music? Is Spotify still open? Oh, it is. Oops. Whoops. Do you have any song requests? God damn it. Any fucking song requests? Let me change my hearth to here. Ooh, wormhole ideas. I love a good wormhole. I'm going down. I'm going down.
Hello, wonderful person. This is Anton, and let's
I
talk
hear
about
people.
wormholes. And to start, let's go back to 1935, or the year when this idea was officially proposed. And that's because in 1935,
Ew, why
Albert
are these
Einstein
here?
published two major distinct contributions to a paradox sometimes referred to as Einstein-Podolsky-Rosen paradox. The idea that tried to challenge the completeness of quantum
Let me
mechanics,
just finish
with
this
a
real
second paper describing something known as the Einstein-Rosen bridge that explained a new model for general relativity, eventually creating a principle we call wormholes. And the point for both of these papers was to address fundamental questions about our reality and the
Go get 'em.
structure of the universe. But after decades and decades of research, or I guess more importantly, after decades and decades of science fiction shows, today we generally imagine these wormholes as something like this. Something that you use to travel in space from one galaxy to another,
Pie, what the fuck?
very often in the blink
Kill
of
him.
an eye. However, when it comes to real science,
Oh.
despite decades and decades of research and
They drop stuff.
lots and lots of observations, even our best telescopes so far have found absolutely nothing. Not a single wormhole anywhere, even though lots and lots of black holes were discovered and confirmed over the years. And well, one mystery here is, of course, why? Why so many black holes, yet no wormholes? And that's kind of one of the main reasons
Yeah.
for this new study by Enrique
Why no
Castañeda,
wormholes?
Raven Kumar, and Joao Marto.
Because they changed
here The
time.
main conclusion is that
We can't see them
we
because they haven't
found
happened in our
wormholes
universe yet.
because there are no actual tunnels in the universe to travel through space. And instead they represent something entirely different that we just basically kind of misunderstood, because Einsteinian principles are sometimes a little bit challenging. And so they present wormholes not as a tunnel, but as a connection between two opposite arrows of time, or a kind of a time mirror.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about all of this in a bit more detail, because this is actually kind of interesting, and because it also connects to some other propositions by a lot of other physicists. But to understand everything, we do have to discuss Einsteinians and Rosen's propositions and what they were trying to achieve. Because in this case, neither Albert Einstein nor Nathan Rosen were actually trying to build a Stargate. They were trying to solve a different problem referred to as the particle problem. Specifically the particle problem in the general relativity. That's actually the name of their study as well. You can read their study and the entire discussion in the description below. And so they wanted to physically describe tiny subatomic particles like, for example, electrons, as purely geometric structures inside the fabric of space that forms the main principle in the general relativity. And specifically, they wanted to avoid any pitfalls when it comes to singularities or infinity, because that usually breaks the math and makes things very difficult to explain. So here they were trying to avoid something like infinite gravity, something that we usually use to describe black holes. And to do this, they proposed a kind of a bridge that connects two different points in space-time, where space meets itself. This image right here sort of represents this pretty well. And effectively, this is a mathematical link between two symmetrical copies of space-time that, in some sense, I guess, also resembles some kind of a hole, a wormhole. But once again, that's not what Einstein or Rosen proposed. They were not suggesting these were any kind of tunnels, and they were not suggesting this is what spaceships are going to be using in Star Trek to travel. And that's because for both Einstein and Rosen, there was one main particular idea. Their argument was against quantum mechanics. They believed quantum mechanics was incomplete because it predicted this spooky action at a distance that we refer to as entanglement, and Einstein believed that it violated local realism. And just to give you a bit of a spoiler, in the last couple of decades, unfortunately, Einstein has been proven incorrect. So yeah, quantum entanglement and spooky action at a distance seems to be real.
going to
But
Legion
nevertheless,
Hold?
this 1935 publication was pivotal in continuously challenging quantum mechanics. Here this was using thought experiments and different types of correspondence, one of which we recently discussed in one of the videos in the description. But it wasn't until later, in the 1950s and in the 1960s, that we finally had new equations that tried to connect all of this to a physical bridge that could open and might resemble some kind of a shortcut through space. Although there was always this one problem. In general relativity, these would be super unstable. As a matter of fact, they would pinch off or collapse even if a single beam of light tried to pass through them. And so in order to keep them open, you would need some kind of an exotic matter or some kind of a negative mass that unfortunately, according to modern physics, potentially does not exist. And so because of this, many physicists eventually concluded that the idea behind these wormholes, and here we're talking about these types of wormholes, might be nothing more than a mathematical curiosity, and since we haven't found them in the real world, they just don't exist. With other physicists eventually concluding that maybe the entanglement itself, that spooky action at a distance, is actually a wormhole, and just needs to be mathematically described through general relativity that has not been done yet. Either way, the conclusion was that wormholes are a cool science fiction story, but potentially do not exist. But this new study presents a new argument, and actually a completely different explanation. The argument here is that it's not that they don't exist, but the reason we cannot find these spatial tunnels is because we actually misunderstood the original explanation. Or to be more exact, if we try to read through Einstein-Rosen explanation once again, it becomes pretty clear that he never specifically mentioned space. And in space-time you can also have time. And so these could be actually mirrors in time. And since in physics the fundamental laws don't really care about the flow of time, as in they don't care which direction is flowing, and basically if you reverse the time in the equations, the laws still work, here the researchers behind the study suggest that this wormhole equation is not meant to be a tunnel to a distant star, but is actually a connection between two sheets of space-time that have completely opposite arrows of time and basically run in opposite directions. So once again, a mirror in time. And so on our side of the universe, time flows forward and in one direction, but on the other side, it flows backwards relative to us, but will appear normal to anyone on that other side. And in some sense, this is directly based on the framework referred to as direct sum quantum field theory, which essentially treats the universe as a pair of states joined by a mathematical bridge. So in other words, in terms of mathematics and various ideas, there is really no violation here. In terms of numbers, it kind of makes sense. And more importantly, it makes sense if you consider those explanations from 1935. Now obviously this is not something we're going to be able to prove anytime soon, but assuming this is correct, just for 1 second, this in theory changes our understanding of the universe entirely. Because for example, instead of the Big Bang being a single point where everything began, instead it might be actually kind of a throat or a massive Einstein-Rosen bridge, a massive wormhole that starts two opposite time frames going in opposite directions. This is also sometimes referred to as the Janus point, named after the famous Roman god with two faces. And so at this point, the arrow of time splits in two opposite directions, and space expands forward in time for us, and expands backwards in time for a mirror universe. And so yeah, this is a proposition that suggests two mirror universes running in completely opposite directions. And if this sounds a little bit complicated and possibly a little bit far-fetched, the thing is, this is definitely not the first time this has been proposed, and not the first time something was explained in a very similar way. And actually one of the more important explanations is this. The 2018 study by Latham Boyle, Neil Turok, and Kieran Finn that literally tries to explain everything in the universe through a model referred to as CPT symmetry. And this is actually a super fascinating idea that Neil Turok explains in a lot of his videos on YouTube, but in essence, here they also suggest the same principle with the universe starting at the Big Bang and running in opposite directions. So we have the universe and the anti-universe. And the reason they think it makes a lot of sense is because here it actually explains many different mysteries, including dark matter mysteries, in a very elegant way through a specific type of a heavy neutrino that naturally appears inside this symmetric vacuum. Now this has not been discovered or confirmed yet, but mathematically their idea is actually quite brilliant, and quite a few physicists have been intrigued by this for quite some time. And very similar ideas have been proposed by other physicists, including Julian Barber and Paul Singleton. Basically they all propose a kind of a mirror-balanced universe, with some models proposing that black holes seem to act as rebalancing mechanisms, ensuring the total energy of the system remains zero. But just to simplify all of these points, here it redefines our initial assumption that this was all about traveling through space, and instead presents us as a kind of a travel through time, or technically, a very specific point that links two different time frames, one going forward and one going backward. Okay, well, you might still be wondering, cool, Anton, But what's with all the philosophy, and why does this matter?
Fel
And more
Reavers
importantly,
like
is there
Fel
actually any
Reavers,
physical
right?
evidence? Or at least that's what I was asking myself after reading this. And surprisingly, there might be some evidence. And once again, this evidence seems to come from the famous cosmic microwave background. And here for over 20 years, cosmologists have been kind of puzzled by the bizarre anomaly, or the bizarre asymmetry, that seems to be persistent and seems to be very large. Basically here, if you look at the CMB, one side of the sky appears a little bit different from the other side, in a way that standard models cannot really explain. As a matter of fact, according to their study, their model seems to be 650 times more likely to be correct compared to the standard model. In other words, even though the original theory predicts that the temperature of the early universe should be fluctuating asymmetrically without any pattern, because of this temporal effect and because the universe potentially started in two directions, this possibly formed this somewhat bizarre asymmetry. And so since this model predicts that space-time is connected and creates a specific geometric pattern, this might explain the anomaly. And of course suggesting that these wormholes are not some kind of a science fiction portal, but basically a fundamental part of the universe that seem to show signs in the oldest light out there, in the cosmic microwave background. Although just as a side note, we've actually discussed this idea of asymmetry in the CMB in some of the previous videos in the description, and right now there is no exact conclusion yet. The actual asymmetry is definitely there, and this unusual lopsidedness of the universe has been confirmed, but we just don't really know what's causing it. But at the same time, if this idea is correct, it might also solve another problem, the famous black hole information paradox. And this is something that was proposed by Stephen Hawking in the 70s, when he basically showed that black holes can eventually evaporate, but if they do evaporate, it suggests that any information that fell into them would eventually be destroyed. And that's something that should not be happening in the universe, violating a lot of models. Basically in physics, we assume that information should always be somewhere and it should not just disappear. However, if the Einstein-Rosen bridge is just a connection of two arrows of time representing a time mirror, the information does not disappear.
Friendly.
It
what
simply
happened?
continues its evolution along the mirror in the opposite direction.
Damn, he went.
And so the event horizon
He
in a
got
black
so
hole
lucky, dude.
is not a dead end. Instead, it's just a transition point where the arrow of time flips. And that means that these wormholes represent a kind of a fundamental balancer in nature. Once again, these are not shortcuts for spaceships, they're just a kind of a geometric glue that keeps the universe consistent and unitary. And so for every type of forward motion in time, you will have a counterpart going backwards. And so as the researchers behind the study put it, this does not contradict Einsteinian principles and instead actually completes them. It completes Einstein's relativity with all of the recent observations by basically suggesting that time seems to flow in two directions instead of just one. And although this means that we'll never use wormholes to visit other galaxies, it also means that maybe, just maybe, there might be a way to visit the other universe. I mean, none of this is proposed in the study, but that's kind of the implication. Anyway, this is a pretty complex topic, and obviously there's just no physical evidence for any of this yet, but if one day certain neutrinos are discovered, at least some of these ideas will be proven correct. And so until then, thanks for watching, subscribe, come back tomorrow to learn something else, support the channel on Patreon where you can find
wisdom teeth coming in
without any ads and can DM directly, or by joining the channel membership that grants you early access. You can also support the channel by buying the Wonderful Person t-shirt in the description below. Stay wonderful, I'll see you tomorrow, and as always, bye-bye.
Damage ideals increased by 10%. Heal. Well then. What the fuck? I can't not pop my mug in here. Oh, did I layer? I did layer, that's why.
Hello wonderful person, this is Anton, and today we're going to discuss a somewhat bizarre mystery discovered in 2015 that still doesn't actually have a good explanation, but in some of the recent studies, scientists propose something that's truly mind-blowing. They basically explain all of this as exploding black holes. Okay, let's I guess take a few steps back and let's talk about what event we're actually discussing and why right now at least several teams believe we might have actually witnessed the first ever primordial black hole basically exploding. Something that, if confirmed, would be very exciting and could potentially explain several mysteries all at once. But in a nutshell, we're discussing the most powerful neutrino ever found. The discovery from February of 2025 inside the European detector referred to as KM3 NET. And this essentially involved a subatomic particle that crashed into our planet, but did so with so much energy that it basically made absolutely no sense. As a matter of fact, it was so much energy that it kind of threatens our current understanding of the universe. You can learn about the actual detection in one of the previous videos in the description, but let's just summarize everything super quickly in case you don't want to watch that super amazing video from last year. So basically here we're talking about neutrinos, tiny particles that pass through us every single second and that we often refer to as ghost particles. As a matter of fact, right now as I'm talking to you, trillions and trillions of them go through you and me without anyone feeling anything. And that's because they only interact with things through gravity or the weak nuclear force, not through strong force and not through electromagnetic interactions like most of the matter around us. Which means that detecting even one such particle is super challenging. And to do this, researchers built a few of these really complex and very large detectors, some of which are actually several kilometers across. And because these detectors are three-dimensional, it allows us to triangulate the location this particle is coming from and literally detect it in real time as it goes through water. And while one of the newest such detectors, KM3 NET, only started operating very recently. This is actually located in the Mediterranean Sea, but on the bottom of the sea, in order to avoid any interference. And so in 2023, it detected a single muon, a heavy cousin of an electron, that in this case was extremely energetic. And following several months of investigations, researchers realized that this had to be caused by some kind of a neutrino. A neutrino carrying approximately 220 quadrillion electron volts of energy, which is 100 times more energy we've seen from any previous detection, and approximately 100,000 times more energy than we can actually produce in the labs right here on Earth using particle accelerators. And well, the big problem in this case was that we don't really know any standard astrophysical sources, not even supermassive black holes, that are powerful enough to produce this and to then send it across space in order to one day arrive to Earth. Or just to rephrase this, even the most powerful black hole we've ever seen is not able to produce something so energetic. And so in response to this mystery for the past few months, different teams were trying to figure out, okay, so if not a black hole, what can this be? And well, interestingly, so far, at least two separate teams seem to have come to the same unusual conclusion. They basically proposed that this is a black hole, but not the type we usually see, and not based on the event we usually expect. They actually suggest an exploding primordial black hole. Okay, so let's I guess briefly talk about what that means. So unlike a typical black hole that's formed from the explosion of a star, or usually found in centers of galaxies, primordial black holes are theorized to have formed from the dense conditions just after the Big Bang, from basically primordial material. So essentially they existed for approximately 13.8 billion years and were formed right at the start. As a matter of fact, many of them might have been the reason a lot of galaxies eventually started to coalesce, and might have been the reason why certain black holes are just extremely large. And well, the most famous person to propose their existence was of course Stephen Hawking. He even predicted that if these black holes do exist, they might also explain the mysterious dark matter. Or just to summarize his main points, he basically suggested that if the universe was covered with these relatively small in size black holes that are actually kind of difficult to see, it might explain the effects we observe that we refer to as dark matter. But the problem is that detecting this would be super challenging. An average primordial black hole would be microscopic in size and would have a mass of a typical asteroid or maybe a small planet. So basically we would have gravitational effects, but visually it would be impossible to see it. And theoretically they can even pass through an object without any interaction. You can learn about some of these concepts in previous videos in the description. But additionally, Stephen Hawking also proposed that black holes are not black after all. They actually do emit light through quantum effects. And specifically, he connected the concept from the quantum mechanics, referred to as the quantum foam, to the ideas behind Einsteinian principles and the event horizon of a black hole. And in essence, he explained that when the quantum foam interacts with black holes, occasionally it starts to produce real particles or real radiation. And so the black hole over time actually kind of starts to glow. But as a result of this glow, the black hole starts to lose mass, and for the lack of better words, starts to evaporate. And though for a massive black hole this evaporation is extremely slow, for a tiny black hole this evaporation seems to be much faster. And so the smaller the black hole, the hotter it gets, and the faster it starts to evaporate. And certain black holes of certain size might even start producing a light that becomes visible to us, and in theory can be detected. Now they would still have to be pretty close to us to be seen, but that's sort of the main principle. Although eventually all of these black holes are going to reach a threshold where it starts releasing so much energy that it basically results in a massive, powerful explosion. An explosion so energetic that it's going to produce some of the most energetic particles that can be produced anywhere. And so that's essentially where we're going with this. Because we now have at least 2 separate studies from 2 separate teams that seem to suggest a relatively similar phenomenon. In essence, they suggest that in order to produce such a powerful neutrino, we do require an exploding black hole that was approximately 10 million grams in mass, or approximately 10 tons, or 2 elephants, or the mass of your mama. But anyway, so what's really fascinating here is that we actually have 2 teams, but possibly also 2 separate explanations for how this black hole could exist, and more importantly, for how it could survive for 13.8 billion years. And that's because, theoretically, a black hole with a mass of 10 tons should not be possible and should not exist today. It should have exploded a long time ago. As a matter of fact, if you try to calculate the size of such a black hole, it seems to be much smaller than even fundamental particles, such as proton and electron. As a matter of fact, it's something like 10 to the power of minus 14 nanometers in size. And this creates what's known as the lifetime paradox. A black hole that small should have been gone a long time ago and should have evaporated in just a fraction of a second. And so if this was created in the beginning of the universe, it should not have existed recently. But the point of these 2 studies was to try to present some kind of an explanation for how they managed to survive and for why this could still be a primordial black hole. And so the first team presents the memory burden hypothesis. This is a study by Andrea Bossia and Fabio Loco, whose names, as always, I most likely mispronounced, so my apologies. And so in this case, the team argues that as the black hole evaporates, the information inside of it might resist decaying. And this creates a kind of a back reaction that can slow down the evaporation process, potentially extending the life of this tiny black hole by billions of years. In other words, as the black hole in this case shrinks and starts to store information about what it ate, it might get cluttered, with the clutter creating a kind of a friction that then slows down its evaporation. So if you think of this as some kind of a leaky bucket of water, here this information basically blocked the leak, preventing the black hole from exploding. And if this hypothesis is correct, it also suggests there's a bunch of these black holes all over the place, and once in a while they might also explode, producing additional detections. Then the second team, and here we have Michael Baker, Joaquim Iguaz Juan, Aidan Simons, and Andrea Tham, once again, propose what's known as dark charge hypothesis, a different mechanism involving quasi-extremal primordial black holes that might carry some kind of a dark charge, or some kind of a hypothetical charge that prevents it from exploding, maybe involving some different particles such as a dark electron. And so here it's this charge that stabilizes the black hole for billions of years until it suddenly discharges and explodes billions of years later. And so basically we have these 2 exotic explanations for an even more exotic event. But the point is that both teams seem to agree that this might have been a primordial black hole, because this seems to represent the best fit for this impossible neutrino. And that's of course despite the fact that they seem to focus on different evidence. And so the first team focused on the quantum effects and how they potentially keep these objects alive for billions of years. And the second team suggests some kind of an unusual dark charge, or I guess dark electricity, that suppresses the emissions of energy, but allows much larger bursts, such as this neutrino, to occur. So in short, yeah, these are pretty complicated explanations, but they do suggest something really important. Right now, both of these studies point at the first official proof for the existence of the Hawking radiation, the existence of primordial black holes, and the idea behind exploding black holes actually being a real phenomenon. And additionally, this might also solve the mystery of
How do you
dark
start a
matter,
request?
if these
Exclamation
black holes
point,
are real,
request,
they
and
can
then the
definitely be dark
YouTube
matter,
link.
that scientists have been looking for so long. And that's something that both teams know.
Hello.
If the universe is filled with these very
If
small,
we are on Kick, I
luminous
would
black
say it
holes
back.
all over the place, they can definitely account for a lot of missing mass we seem to see in a lot of
Wang
galaxies.
half.
And the good news is that we might not.
I don't
even
know
have
when
to
you
wait
sent those
that long
messages.
to
Sorry.
confirm
Fart
this. Here,
sounds.
both
Let's
studies
see if it'll
suggest that if
autoplay.
this theory is correct, we should be
Yeah,
seeing
it did
even
work.
more of these events in just the next
Can you see
few
it?
years. And
Like, the message? Hold up. I just died. I think I have to accept it. Added to queue. Yeah. Yeah. How long is this video? Might smoke tobacco to this. This is a banger. Mmm. Oh. Damn. Damn. I don't even know where to go. Jeremy. Wait, that's actually Jeremy Corbell and not
Greetings to you, my friends, and strap in.
Metallica?
Because, well, today's episode is going to blow your mind. Yeah.
For that reason, you.
Oh, it is actually Jeremy Corbell. He looks like Kurt Metzger. Like, exactly. I need to use Schmaffrin. I use Afrin every day, even though you're not supposed to. Born with no pupils. Ew. What the fuck does he see?
The thing is, he can still see even with no pupils. How in this?
Ew. Oh. I'm being a bad teammate. Longevity doctors Epstein. Wait, what?
Thoughts on the top 10 sexiest Canadian cities tier list? I didn't see it. I don't subscribe to Maxim.
Oh, it's a fucking night
With
elf.
the economy as it is, I had to cut my Maxim
God damn it.
Canada subscription. What was number one? I'm gonna say Thunder Bay, Ontario. Victoria,
that?
BC.
No. Okay, yeah.
Much love to everybody on the island. The island? You know what I mean. Not. I thought you were talking about Jamaica. You're talking about the other island. At what point did the island stop being Jamaica and start being Little St. James? I think that we might have just witnessed the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. It might have been yesterday. When was it ever
Cream
the
pie died.
island? Excuse me. Whenever you did this, the island. Jamaica had been the island for a long fucking time. I thought it was Hawaii.
Okay.
That shit's like 7 islands or something, man. Chad, did Elon really write "girls FTW" in an email to Jeffrey Epstein?
Girls for the win.
No, it's a fake. I'm afraid. Oh, but it confirms my priors. It confirms my priors. No.
Oh, man. Hyperspawns are
I did
so bad.
see. Again, I'm not on social media, but I read Defector. I saw the emails that the
No
longevity
fucking
doctor
way.
has
What
with,
kind
with
of
Epstein. I was
gear
like,
does this
man,
guy have, dude?
It really is blowing my mind how stupid these guys are. I mean, avoiding the evil part, which is obvious, but like just the way that they talk to
Oh
each
my
other
goodness.
is so fucking
Oh, I didn't mean
crazy.
to try and help.
Have you ever given any credence to the thought that you might want to live a little bit longer? For the ladies, of course.
We just got dicked on.
Fuck are you talking about, bro? Aren't you like
This guy's
44 years old when
pre-bissed
you
out.
wrote this email or something like that? Aren't you embarrassed to be typing that shit? It's so fucking crazy. The hell they emailing a dude who's on the sex
Oh my
offender registry
God.
for like restaurant recommendations, man.
How's your
it's
stream
fucking
going today?
nonsense.
Hello,
What are they talking about?
Jessica
He did
Allen.
write,
Hello,
writing
Jessica
to
Allen.
my best friend who's on the sex offender
Hello.
list. OMG,
Jessica
pussy
Allen,
is indeed
06.
low carb. Still awaiting results on gluten content.
stream is
though.
going.
Like, are you fucking serious, bro? Use your head.
My
for
stream
2
is going.
seconds. What are you talking? Why are you writing
You
that?
asking me that question?
Why are you writing that to anybody as like a middle-aged man? But like also to Jeffrey Epstein specifically.
Jessica
It's
Allen
so
sounds like
insane.
a AI name.
The worst part is I actually believe that the dude did like a spectrometer analysis on pussy to figure out the macros. Like that's the well, actually the worst part is that it
Jessica
exists to
Allen.
begin with. But like the
I should change my
second
name
worst
on
part
Twitch
is
to
I
that. This guy's
believe
got
that
fucking
they-
flying already.
It's believable to me at least that they could have hired a lab to do this. Also, like, if I may, these are the kind of jokes that we might make on the show. The
Great.
difference being
Is it
that you
sitting
can't
somewhere?
be making those jokes with someone who's on the
Jessica
who's on the
Allen.
sex offender registry, man, with like the most notorious sex as soon as the
Sex
most
criminals.
notorious sex criminal of our generation says is pussy low carb, you got to step in and be
What?
like, you can't say, I'm sorry, you lost the right to
Huh?
end my improv on that one with the whole sex offender stuff. I mean, there's a lot of reasons it pisses me
Oh.
off. Apparently I'm a cultural critic now.
Oh.
One of them is the obvious evil. But then the other part is that the most annoying people for like 15 years have been like, you know, this is the stuff that's going down.
Oh
And
my
I'm like,
God,
gotta
you're
be
looking
fucking
for
stupid to
clients, you
believe that.
son of
And
a
then they were
bitch.
fucking right, man. So I look like
You
a
son
damn
of a
fool.
bitch.
But the most annoying
I'm very
people on
poor.
the planet have been hitting me with a conspiracy that makes absolutely no sense and ended up being like completely correct.
Uh-huh.
It's insane.
Oh,
Imagine NL in a Monclese.
I didn't know there was
Our
two.
daughter is now, by the way, we're like making no progress, but that's okay. My daughter's at the age now where she's
Jessica
in like,
Allen.
I don't know, like 6 or 7 activities a
Jessica
week.
Allen.
And every
Yeah, I don't
single
have money.
activity, I do see like a
I
different
literally
kid
don't have
wearing
money.
a Moncler jacket. It's not the same kid every time. It's usually like
work at Target 3
mom
days
is
a week and
dripped
I
out
get-
head to toe
I
in
get
like
fucked on
Celine,
rent.
driving a Range Rover. Kid is like head to toe, like a Moncler jacket, which is probably not the way it's pronounced. 'cause
no,
I'm
no,
sure
no,
it's like
no, no,
Swiss
come
or
here, come here,
something.
come here.
And then like under the jacket, it's like Burberry head to toe. And I'm like, bro, get your kid
How
the
the fuck
fuck
did he
out of
just
the
die?
community center.
No, cream pie. Fuck. Okay, good.
Can't you do like some private shit, bro? Your ass really taking like group art class at the
Group?
community center? Man, fuck you.
Easy.
I
This
got the
is easy.
H&M sweater, Costco socks. I am wearing Doer pants though. New Balance shoes. Roots hat.
Oh yeah.
or baseball cap from Winners.
I need my ear to pop. I'm
wearing
going
a
crazy.
Thrash tank top and Rick Owens.
Drop
Jack
insert
Dorsey!
Discord.
Jack Dorsey in the chat.
Freaking here.
Jack Dorsey, I have to ask you an uncomfortable question. Do you
Hopefully that
remember in
works.
2021 when you tweeted that,
think that works still.
hyperinflation is coming and it's going to affect us all in ways we can't possibly fathom? Well, it's 3 years later,
Talk to
brother,
Doomsday
and,
Pie
they're back at somewhere
in
between 2 and 3%. Would you
Discord.
like to?
Would
you like to
He's the guy
respond?
to talk to about the business. Look at prophetess.
Librarian, how did you have that?
I need to make a cup of tea.
How could you have possibly had that lined up?
I need to make a motherfucking
The
cup of tea,
speed with
motherfucker.
which you brought
I
that
need to make a motherfucking cup of tea. I
is
need to make a
actually
motherfucking cup of tea.
troubling. Griffin?
I need to make a
from the
motherfucking cup of
Brussels
tea.
Griffin from
I
the
need to make a
French, you mean
mother-
Griffin?
Ooh,
I'm just
I
gonna
wasn't
say
expecting
that
to get
I'm
this
impressed.
first fucking try. Look at
That's
this.
a little spooky
Damn.
with it.
Leaning on
Can I
the
ask you-
rock.
This is a serious
Leaning
question.
on the rock.
And you'll know it's a serious question when I ask it. But are you using Google? Because I thought Google was like too washed to get results like that in the modern era. Half and half? What's the other half? Is the other half Bing or either that or I just search straight on Twitter? Oh, okay. You just got to parse out the right keywords. Can I tell you something? Kate, are you in the chat? I don't want to criticize you without you having an opportunity to defend yourself. I feel like I am maybe I'm old or maybe I'm right. Those are the only two options, okay? If you were to say, hey, find a restaurant in this neighborhood. how would you find it? Would you go to Google and type restaurants in neighborhood, or would you go to like Google Maps and
On my way.
zoom in enough until like the businesses started showing up and type restaurants?
Where is he?
Maps?
All right.
My ass
fuck
is old.
him.
Okay, I'm
I'm
old
gonna
and I'm
pull
wrong.
him right away.
I feel like I'm such a text-driven Andy. Like I'm still coming to terms with like apps. I would rather run everything from like the start menu or the run menu or like the command line or something like that.
Yeah.
Like watching my kid use YouTube, and it's because she's like still illiterate. I get it, but
Still
it kind of like
illiterate.
drives me crazy because she's like, "Daddy, I want to show you a video," and then she clicks on a video and then scrolls through the related videos until she sees like what she wants to see. Right? It's like relational browsing. Like rather than having a search term that she's looking for, she
Destroy-
just starts. She goes to like the website and then just clicks on things that are contextually related until she gets to where she wants to go. And I'm very much like I'm a keyword-driven Andrew, where I just type every piece of information about something that I'm looking for that I know, so that Google takes it all and synthesizes it and spits out like the exact result that I'm looking for.
Oh.
But I think that if you're a keyword Andrew, I think our time is kind of past. I think the relational browsing
capturing
is
now.
actually like the way of the future, and it kind of scares me. Voice and image search are going to take over soon. I don't know, it was the new Samsung ad maybe, or the new Google Pixel.
Shit.
Was like, it showed a dude, and
Fuck.
he like saw a cool lamp that he
Oh,
liked,
he's here.
and he was trying to type into search. He was like, cool red
No.
lamp with an
Fuck.
accent on the top, and then it came up with a bunch of like fucked up results.
God, I can't
Which
hit anything
That's a
with a fucking
Samsung ad.
pole.
I was hoping it wasn't Google, because I
Dude.
was like, hey, my brother in Christ, you know you made
Yeah.
the search engine, right? So when it brings up a bunch of
Oh.
ads and like unrelated SEO stuffed Chat GPT generated articles, you know that you were the one in the kitchen making the soup, right? So like, no wonder the
Kill
search
me,
sucks.
right here.
But anyway,
Please work. No, don't don't hit me. Don't
sorry,
kill me.
I got off on a
Stop.
tangent.
Just
but then it
stop.
shows
Everyone
that
stop.
like you use Google Lens and he like circles the image and then it searches for it and then he buys the lamp.
Good God.
Is this
You make
actually
some
something
fucking
that
tea.
people want? I'm asking sincerely. I have become like Brad Pitt from The Big Short, where I'm like, I feel like every step in technology is like, we invented something that's gonna make your life easier. And I'm like, does it make life easier or does it make it easier to buy something? And they're like, yeah, you got us again. It makes it easier to buy something. That doesn't, I've never seen like a lamp and been like, I gotta have that. I don't know if I'm in the minority or something, but I could imagine if that was out when Drive came out and everyone wanted Ryan Gosling's jacket. Holy. Did you see the guy with the Drive jacket at the Parliament? I did not. But you have correctly surmised that that is something that's relevant to my interests. I mean, it's not like that big of a deal. It's just more like, I don't know. Doesn't anybody just Wikipedia what they're eating while they're eating it anymore? I'm in a position of weakness because all of my content is supported both by direct support and also advertisements. Well, this shit is pissing me off, bro. I do that. It's a great thing to do. I think I know it sounds insane, but if you really think about it, it teaches you relevant stuff about your life or stuff that's interesting to you. You eat a sandwich every day? You've never been eating a sandwich and been like, I'm going to Wikipedia what's the history of sandwiches? And yet you've eaten 1,000 of them in your life? You have no interest whatsoever in scratching the surface of history that led to the sandwich being created? What are you going to look up instead? Fucking video 900 of Hatsune Miku singing some fucking song. It's not even her on stage. She's mocapping that stuff in a bunker somewhere in Akihabara. It's just an avatar. It's the same thing with the Apple Vision Pro. I'm trying not to just be like a reactionary, but it's all like very close to dystopia for me. The people are like, check out how it's going to reinvent your life. You know all that invisible dirt you're vacuuming up? Well, we can make it so you'll see that you've missed spots
Oh my
in your
God,
Apple
dude.
Vision Pro. hey, you know when
This
you
area
do
is bad
pasta
luck.
and you have to remember 2 separate timers in your head, you don't have to remember them anymore. Look, they're right in front of your eyes.
This
as
guy's
long
a
as you
G.
strap these fucking goggles to your forehead the
Where is
entire
it?
time you're
Okay.
cooking and the steam is blowing into your face.
We're blowing that
Now,
up.
it might be one of those things where it's like, yeah,
Goodbye.
these are the early implications or the early
Oh,
applications.
all of these
But in the
boys.
future,
Ha-ha.
yeah, in the future,
Kill
your
them
ass is going to be
bitches.
like, hang on, I can't cook. I got to charge my fucking Apple Vision Pro. And then when
Come
you
on.
put it on, it's going to have 2 timers that you downloaded from the App Store. And then every time you snooze a timer, it's going to pop up a 30-second advertisement that you can't get out because it's in your field of view. And then you're going to talk to your friends. You're going to be having some cyber beers, and you're going to be saying, can you remember what the days were like before we had Apple Vision Pro, brother? They got that. You see the virtual calls where they got all the people's digital avatars on Apple Vision Pro? I don't even want to talk to you on FaceTime with like my real face and your real face. I don't even want to talk to you voice to voice. I want to send you like a 100 character text message that's like, I'll be there in 15 minutes and then I'll show up in 15 minutes. But maybe I'm the Luddite.
Jesus Christ.
But I'm not getting that shit unless Kate gets it. Then I'll try it out once and be like, that's cool, and then probably never use it again because I'm a little lazy. But like, I'm sure there will be something eventually in VR where I'm like, oh, that looks like a cool application of it. But it's still like, I don't know. There is a part of me that like every year that goes by, I'm like,
honey,
if they had it in them, they would have
Need to
done it
eat.
by now.
I need to eat and I need to breathe.
This is how we get old people that
We're
can't
about to
use
do crack.
tech. Yeah, but when you're 13, it's easy to be like, you know, oh, you're out of touch, grandpa. When you start to become grandpa, you're like, why did they make the fucking TVs worse? You used to just turn it on and then turn the channels. Now, sometimes I don't even know how to find shit on my own TV because the TV I bought has like a little panel on the home screen that has advertisements on it. And I'm like, I never got this shit. And then someone's like, Dad, it's an advertisement. And I'm like, well, why is my product playing an advertisement to me? It's over-designed. Like, I don't mind coming up to speed with new technology if like the new technology is demonstrably adding some value to my life in exchange for having to learn it. But I'm not gonna learn it just so like some punk kid who can't even dunk a basketball is
Okay,
like, you're
honey
out of touch. You know, you're not based just because you're 17 years old. You're
True.
just contemporary. To become based, you have to derive principles within yourself and then live according to those principles.
Yep.
So you got to give me like a good reason to get an Apple Vision Pro. And like it will amp up my vacuuming is not a good reason. And I literally like in my entire life, I don't think I've ever forgotten about like, the
Jessica!
pasta on the stove. Maybe I burned a quesadilla from time to time, but that's fucked up because the first side of the quesadilla takes like
Jessica!
80% of the time to cook. And the backside of the quesadilla takes 20%. So sometimes you do the calculation in your head, and you're like,
I'm
gonna
eating
give it
a
the same
loaf of
amount
bread
time
with
both
honey
sides.
on
You
it.
fucked up because the pan got hot over the course of the first part. So then, anyway, you sound like my dad complaining about me getting my first computer, and you sound like some fucking hardline Solana user that's like, you sound like Benjamin Franklin going out with a kite and being like, hey, Benjamin, why are you flying a kite in a lightning storm? Like, you have to prove that the invention actually has merit.
Nice.
You can't just be like, well, they said that about the toilet, too, and now there's one in every house.
My lord?
What is it?
A toilet, my lord.
A toilet? You expect this court to do its business inside? We're not animals. We go outside like humans.
Like, you can't just argue from ad hominems, bro. So what is it? Is the pasta timer gonna change my life? Or is there another app coming out that's actually gonna win me over? People have been using VR goggles for years. I know they're using them. What does it have for me, though? I know it's like, oh, dude, I'm so sick of video games where you press the X button to swing a sword. Instead, I go like this. Ting, ting, ting. And then, look, dude, you look down and there's a real potion bottle on your belt.
Whoa.
And you grab it. You go like that. Like, that's cool.
Oh, shit.
Once or twice. I'm not saying I'll never adopt VR.
I don't
I'm
want to
simply
open
saying
Discord.
It's got to be better than Vacuum Simulator Pro and you'll never burn your pasta sauce while you're waiting for your noodles to be done. They gotta give me something. Because I was like, no disrespect, Kate and I used the HTC Vive before literally
gonna
like
hack me?
99.9% of the population.
What is this?
We did a tech
What is
demo
this, Jessica?
with game developers in Vancouver who built fantastic contraption with like one of the HR Geiger ones where like, there was like a 7-inch diameter cable that plugged right into the brainstem that had to hang onto the ceiling. And while I was doing it, this was like 2015 or something like that. I was like, this is going to
Please,
change
Jessica,
the world.
please
As somebody who didn't
hurt me.
understand engineering at all, inherently in my brain, I was like, this makes perfect sense. I can experiment with like taking apart an airplane engine or something like that and then putting it back together, and it can give me feedback in real time, and you know, I can see what things would actually look like instead of having to translate like text to visuals in my head. Maybe there's like industrial applications for that make sense. But if they're going to hit the app that causes mass adoption, for me, it's not going to be FaceTime, visible timers on the screen, or I'm vacuuming up coins like some kind of fucking lab rat that's like, I just can't focus on vacuuming. Can you just put some kind of Skinner box in it so if I vacuum up enough coins, I can make it look like my vacuum is like a laser vacuum? Like, I already fucking figured that shit out, okay? Maybe for people that are younger that haven't had the build that kind of like tenacity, that will help, and I'm not even against it. But I'm just saying I already solved that like in the firmware. I can clean the back. They already have that. They already have the chore enhancer. It's called Bluetooth earbuds and a podcast, okay?
True.
They just got to give me something a little bit more exciting. And it's not going to be shooting the bow and arrow. I'm sure they'll come up with something at some point. And then I'll be like, why didn't they need a second one? But they got to get the first one first. I think there's a global market for 5 computers maybe, Ryan. You got me all wrong. You need to learn how to debate. Again, it's the same. What's the counter argument for the dudes who are all in on Monero? You know, who say like, well, I've got my net worth in Bonk coin right now. Hey, that's pretty stupid. You know, they laughed at Thomas Edison too when he said he was going to invent a light bulb. That's true. They've also laughed at a bunch of stupid ideas. Like that, it's a statement that inherently doesn't mean anything. You have to have it like you get. Instead of being like, this is how people felt about old technology, how about telling me why it's going to change the world? I'm waiting for the non-pasta. I would love to get onto it.
Whatever.
Nobody knows yet. Okay, well then.
Fuck it.
As far as I'm concerned, then I'm right for now. Maybe it'll change. But for now, I feel like it's right. I didn't say the tech is worthless. I said it's worthless for me. Maybe you suck ass at vacuuming and cooking pasta. And that's not to say, again, that that's all the technology is good for. But you got to tell me one of the things that it's actually good for. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep talking about the pasta timer and the vacuuming. Or the dude who is doing his laundry while watching Spider-Man in his field of view. Is the Peloton not just a gamified bicycle? Well, it's not really gamified.
And this guy's gonna make me go fucking
for one.
get a bunch
and secondly,
of shit.
no one's like, there's going to be a Peloton in everyone's household. Whenever someone's like, I'll just use a real bike, I'm like, fucking go ahead.
Let me eagle eye.
By all means. But I'm like, I'll just use my eyes. People are like, you would have been the dude taking a steamship across the Atlantic Ocean after they invented the jet.
No.
I'm like, I don't know.
Over there.
I can kind of look at a jet and be like, holy shit, that takes a 7-week trip and takes it to like 7 hours instead. That's kind of crazy. I can see the utility, but apparently my ass is not a forward thinker because I can remember that the noodles take 8 minutes to cook and the sauce is just done when you pour the noodles into it. I just gotta, if it had practical applications, which it might,
Ear poppage.
you would
Holy
be able
shit!
to tell
Finally.
them to me instead of making personal attacks on my character. That's all I'm saying.
Bread.
You're actually, in my personal opinion, you're strengthening my argument by just insulting me instead of attacking my position.
Huh?
Plus, I am not always anti-technology. You're right. I thought Quibi had a chance. Now, I was wrong. It made sense to me, bro. Vertical videos. Everybody's watching content on their phones. Vertical videos. We need vertical TV. It's the way to go. I was in a Quibi. I had to track down the producer on LinkedIn and get him to pay me the $100 he owed me. That sounds like it tracks. Did you think Threads had a chance? I don't know. It's a complicated situation. Because maybe like there was a time where I thought that like Twitter being asked means that it's the right opportunity for like another Twitter to show up. But I've increasingly come to this position that like Twitter is you cannot recreate Twitter. And it's not because it has any special sauce. It's just because it was born in a different world. And if you ask people to like buy into a new Twitter, you would be like, no, we know that it's fucking horrible for you now. This is like the difference between, like if you're already addicted to smoking cigarettes and someone was like, you're not addicted anymore, do you want to try a cigarette? You would be like, absolutely not, it's going to kill me. But at the same time, if you were like,
You're
well,
too
why are
sus,
you quit now?
Jessica,
You're like, well,
I'm sorry.
I've already come this far.
Sorry. You're too sus, Jessica, I'm sorry.
Thoughts
What
on
am I-
Neuralink? I think you could probably derive my thoughts on Neuralink based on my thoughts on augmented reality. Neuralink scares me more than it inspires me. I'm not trying to be a doomer. I'm very non-doomer, okay? But I'll just tell you my line of reasoning for this. You can remember, let's say you're 30 years old. Do you remember what life was like 10 years ago? Technology has changed a lot. It's improved a lot in the sense that like the processors got faster and you have more access to information. Do you think that that has caused your overall degree of life to improve? Are you happier now? Obviously, there's other things that
Why
play.
is it
You
such
know,
a
if you were
pain in the
20 then
ass
you
to
probably
get
had
to?
less responsibility. If you're 30 now, you probably have more.
Do I need
For
flying for this?
me, I feel like what actually determines the quality of my life is
I hate
my
flying.
habits, my relationships with the people around me,
I hate it.
how I treat other people and how other people treat me.
It's
And
annoying.
that is like 90%. I have like a set thermostat of happiness that's at like 60. And then the way that I affect the world
would live here
immediately
too.
around me and the way that it impacts me can change it like plus 20 or minus 20. I'm never hitting 100, but I'm never hitting 0. So I just feel like anytime people are like, this new piece of technology is going to change everything, I'm like, it might, but I really feel, without becoming a caricature, I feel like it changes a lot, and then you get used to it, and the people who reap the benefits are at the top. Like Instagram, Uber, the rise of social media, all of these things over the last like 10 years that have really taken off. They have added like a little bit of like quality of life, but mostly just siphoned off other people's money and pushed it to the people who like invented it or invested it in the first place. Like I really think about like DoorDash. Like the people who invented DoorDash think that they have done a societal good, which is crazy to me because for like a couple of years I kind of like believed it. I was like, we used to just be able to get pizza and Chinese food delivered. We used to only be able to get pizza and Chinese food. That's crazy. Now we can get sushi delivered. Now we can get falafel delivered. Holy. Then for like a couple of years, I was like, this is amazing. And then we're like 5 years later, and I'm like, I wish we could. Like nowadays, when my wife asks me what we should get for takeout or delivery, I'm like, please say pizza or Chinese. So that our $25 meal comes to like $31 with a $6 cash tip instead of $72. I don't know. I'm genuinely not like cynical in the sense that I'm like, this is killing the world. I'm more cynical in the sense that I'm like, I just feel like you get like a brief dopamine hit where you're like, wow, what an amazing invention. Then your level of contentness in life like acclimates to it in 6 months. And the only lasting impact is that you feel like you can't go back. This is why you end up with like people on social media are like, why aren't kids happy these days? You know, I would have killed for a smartphone in 1984. And you're like, well, yeah, obviously you would have killed for a smartphone in 1984, but they're depressed for like the same reasons that people have been depressed forever. They have no hope for the future of the world. The economics of it are fucked up, like et cetera, et cetera. I guess over time I've come to believe that the things that would actually make life better for people are not like momentary dopamine hits of like new technology, like, oh, that we made like Netflix 2, or like, you know, Amazon can deliver stuff to you in the sky, and instead like
Shit was hitting.
fixing that housing
I should be
crisis
taking
by
supplements. Fuck my
constructing like a shitload more houses and stuff like that, and like more regulations that would force corporations
dumb.
to give their employees benefits, or maybe even like a pension or something like that, so they don't feel like they have to
I
leave
need
their
my
job
ears to pop.
once every year in order to get a salary
For
buff
real.
because there's no corporate loyalty anymore and stuff like that. But instead, it's like, what are you complaining about, bro? There's TikTok now. And I'm like, well, I don't necessarily think TikTok's part of the problem. But I guess I don't think it's part of the solution. Maybe it'll have more than just pasta timers and HD vacuuming. But like, part of me is like, is this just DoorDash 3? Is this email again? Is this email 2? Me inventing email? This is crazy. I can talk to anybody at any point. Me using email in 2024? Oh, fuck. Anybody can contact me at any moment. I did read an article, and it was complaining about Gen Z employees entering the white-collar workforce. And this is how I know I'm not out of touch. Maybe I'm out of touch with the AR, but I'm still in touch by being cool with the youth of the nation.
Oh, I gotta kill these hoes.
It was like, it's very frustrating to deal with Gen Z because many of them choose not to log into their work emails when they're off the clock. And I'm like, that's fucking smart, bro. I'm not even stealing valor from millennials who have done that, because I understand that you're like, I can get ahead a little bit if I sign into my email when I'm at home. The problem is, as soon as you cast on the yoke, you can't cast it off, right? Like, that's sick that when they leave their office, they're like, I'm just not gonna look at anything related to work.
Yeah, no
unless
shit.
you know, pay me to look at it. That's smart.
Yeah, that's how jobs work. What? Spectral? What? Oh shit. We killing these bitches. Let's go. That's lit.
An old-timey prospector who's getting into cryptocurrency.
Hey, you listen here. I may have lost part of my brain in a Wolverine attack, but I know one
What
thing
money?
and one thing
Okay.
for sure, and that is the blockchain is the
Okay.
future of currency. You think, fiat
big noise.
currency, you want state-backed dollars? What could be better than a completely unaccountable system of absolute
Okay.
strangers and con
All right.
artists assembled together in a bizarre crypto-fascist commune? We already know that these currencies are being used to fund
Look at that
neo-Nazi and far-right organizations. If you're legitimately
He made a noise now.
considering
He's just
using
sitting there
these
looking
things,
at me.
there's something fucking wrong with you.
I'm gonna cut you off before
no, there's
this becomes.
something fucking
This is
wrong
gonna
with
become.
you.
I want my pole. Let's go, dude. You tired, buddy? You sleepy?
How's about that? A carnival
Yeah, he's
barker
sleepy, that's
for
why.
the free section of Craigslist.
Step right up, ladies and gentlemen, to see the amazing cum-stained mattress right here. Folks, you won't believe your eyes as you see this absolutely free-infested bedbug paradise. Every type of vermin on the planet just waiting to leap from this Certa Sealy mattress straight onto your pets and loved
Want the
ones.
big
But that's not enough. Direct your attention over here to a broken skateboard that my old roommate left when we parted on bad terms. That's right, folks. He had to get out of the city and quick. There was weird family stuff going on.
I'll cut you off there, Brennan. My God. An astronaut trying to cover up to NASA that they really fucked up.
Colonel Smith, how's it looking out there? You seeing that bright blue marble?
Houston, we are seeing that bright blue marble, and it is looking clear.
Airlock is secure. You are go for entry to the ISS on recovery.
Copy
mission.
that, Houston. 1 second. We got some interference muting myself. Has anyone seen my box, my juice box?
We're getting a moisture confirmation in some of the air filtration systems.
So there's, you know, they have these juice boxes that I was told that we were allowed to bring on. And a lot of them got out, and a lot of them are floating around now. And I pre-put all the straws in.
You pre-put all of the straws?
It's my least favorite part of juice boxes. And so I do it ahead of time so I can reward myself later for the good NASA job I did.
Colonel Smith, who told you you could bring pre-opened juice boxes?
We get one personal item.
No, you don't. Catch you up there. Is it good to give a hard
just like
no
mad
in an
fishes
improv
asleep.
scene? Is that what you're supposed to do? To say
Can't
no,
do
you
that.
are not. You can't do that.
Guys on the Titanic pumped for bro time now that the women and children are gone.
That band, dude. That band is banging. We got a band, dude. What's that, a 5-piece? Yeah, play that violin, dog. That is what. Ooh, whoa.
Dude,
All right,
whoa, look at that, but also look at this.
Oh, the ball, dude.
It's still good to be away, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's so.
Oh shit! A fucking spar of wood fucking clobbered Trander in the head.
Tanner, you okay?
I'm fucking good. Where is that fucker now?
Dude, oh my god. Oh, he's got bad blood, dude.
Oh, dude, now we got bad blood. Hey, it's fucking mad.
I was working out at like 4:45 in the morning on vacation, though. It felt sick as fuck. Although you could see other people walking into the hotel gym at like 5:30 being like, the look on their face, smiling on the way into the gym because they're like, I'm going to be the first person in the hotel gym. They see me, fucking already a pool of sweat underneath the Peloton. Damn. I'm the second person in the hotel gym. Should be saying some shit like, what took you so long? Oh, you decided to show up. Then they outlift you by double? I gotta figure out what kind of old guy I want to be. And not, listen, it's not like I'm muscular 37-year-old right now, so I don't have to worry about it like right away. A lot of the dudes in the hotel gym, a lot of the old dudes, old and muscular, I just can't get behind the look, man. I gotta figure out what the hell I'm gonna do. Balls out in the change room? I mean, that's a given. And I listen, the one take that I'll give to old dudes, and it's 100% like I understand where they're coming from, and I think they're right. The men's locker room is there for you to get naked in. If you're making fun of old dudes for having their balls out in the gym locker room, you're wrong. That's where you change from normal clothes into clothes you're gonna sweat in, and then where you change from sweaty clothes into normal clothes. They like to hang out in there? Bro, they got fucking nothing to do. Drying your balls in the hand dryer is a step beyond. That's something I'm not comfortable doing, but it does make sense. And you're always saying shit like, you know, your hands are dirtier than your balls anyway, right? People are always saying shit like that. So you shouldn't, if you're not worried about people drying their hands, you shouldn't be worried about people drying their balls in there either. Being a girl has so much less secrets. I mean, what the hell are you doing? It's just, listen, the balls make sense because they're more pliable. Ain't nobody drying their pussy off on the hand dryer. It just doesn't even make any sense. Have to be doing a handstand or something like that. Just doesn't even, it boggles the mind. The under boob, though, I wouldn't know about the sweat under the boob, I suppose. Something I'd never considered before. It's the worst. Actually, you know what? Because the balls kind of get an under ball sweat too, and that it's probably one of the sweatiest parts. So then, like making that even larger, I could understand. Yeah, multiply the area. I'm multiplying it a lot right now. I'm multiplying it in my mind. Unrelated question: what gym do you go to? Well, I work out in my basement, so don't come visit me. But I did get recognized once in a community center gym when I was balls out. But what's funny is it was I got recognized by someone, but they're also like a public figure. It's not a salacious story, but I was getting changed in the locker room like after a run. This was like 12 years ago or something like that. And then somebody went, "Hey, are you Ryan?" And I went, "Yeah." And he said, "I'm Tyler. I work at Red Hook Studios." This is like, I think just before or just after Darkest Dungeon came out. And I was like, that's crazy. And not for a sec, I don't know, like I'm self-conscious. I'm not really that self-conscious about like my balls. At the airport, I got recognized in the men's room. It didn't even cross my mind, man. Mostly because I had used the stall, so like already I was protected, but still. I'm not balls shy. I don't know why, like piss shy doesn't even make any sense to me. There's no logical argument for being piss shy. Like everybody pisses. I don't have weird pisses. I have weird poops.
Weird
That's a
piss.
different thing. Stop talking about
I
the
like a
men's
good
locker
weird
room.
piss.
I'm sorry, listen. The men's locker room is for getting naked. It's a little weird to hang out in the locker room naked, but not if you're retired. Old retired dudes love just hanging out. They don't care. Have you literally seen, they do worse things. They'll order a coffee and then stay in McDonald's for like 6 hours. I would rather
True.
at least, have a little texture to the interaction, have my balls out or something like that.
True.
But you gotta get naked in the locker room.
True.
You can't be like, I don't know, like driving home in your gym clothes and then taking a shower and changing at home. That's too crazy. That's
Okay.
Your car is gonna fucking reek, bro. Nobody fucking cares. Why not? Because it's fucking gross to sit in your leather seat with your sweaty ass gym clothes, man. Pop the windows open. Just take a shower and change in the gym. That being said, I know we've been through this before, but it is like, I'll stop talking about it when they fucking change it. It's crazy. Like even in elementary school, in the boys' locker room is basically, for anybody who's never been in one, standard issue boys' locker room is basically a concrete square with benches around the perimeter that have hooks on them to hang your shit up and no walls. No walls at all. Sometimes the bathroom stalls don't even have walls. You're just kind of like open air shitting within eyesight of like the people that are just changing their clothes. In maybe like the 7th grade, we did a school play. And for some reason, like our green room was the girls' locker room. And we were like, we were pissed off. We were like, what the fuck? They have showers with like doors and walls, so they all get an individual shower.
Wow.
They all get an individual bathroom stall. They have like cubbies and shit, and the men just basically, you're not in prison, but they bring the prison to you. You get a square with a couple of benches, your bare ass on the bench that probably gets cleaned like once a month. You're pissing in like a drain in the middle of the room. And then the girls' locker room is literally like, they treat you like a human being with some dignity in there. It's insane. And that still percolates out throughout your entire life as a man, essentially. Yeah. Even still, the boys' bathroom, I don't know, I'm 37, I don't know why I'm calling it the boys' bathroom, but they treat you like livestock in there. They treat you as an engineering problem. If you ever start to complain about the men's bathroom, you start to hear about, but throughput and the unit cost per stall would be. Have you ever heard anybody say shit like that about a women's bathroom ever? No. Never in history. Never in history. It's, well, of course we need stalls. There's dignity, and we need to have this over here. And well, let's make it nice for them. Dignity. And the men's bathroom, go Google Washington State Convention Center first floor bathroom.
No way.
Window, piss window.
What?
That whole thing. Google that. And show me the picture that you see. Average West Coast men's bathroom. I used to just go visit it just to experience it every PAX. What's crazy is it's probably worse than you're imagining. It's a I think I need to have my hands. You walk into the bathroom, you turn right. There's 2 stalls. And
One of the biggest decisions in TPC Classic Anniversary is whether you're going to be Aldor or Scryers. Well, regardless of your choice, in today's video, we're going to show you exactly how you can get to Exalted in the most efficient way, as well as sharing a tool that will help you with this really, really easily. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, of course, before we start, just a quick plug for Zygor Guides. Of course, I am using Zygor Guides, but you don't need to do it for this. But if you do have Zygor, all of this is built into the add-on
Armor? God
anyway. And if you're interested in joining Zygote,
Armor
you
much?
can use the link down below and code Shauno to get 10% off, as this makes the game so easy. But yeah, this isn't about Zygote guides, this is about how you can get your reputations up. So you can see here, I've started the quest for Aldor. I am 500 out of 6,000 into friendly. That's the basic reputation you should have after completing the quest. Now at this point, of course, Zygote will tell us what to do, but I'm going to share a tool with you to know exactly what to do and how to do it. This is for both Aldor and Scryers. I'll show you exactly how you can get the most efficient reputation. So this is the tool here, and there'll be a link down in the description, and this shows you exactly how to get to Exalted and how much it would cost. So what you want to do is select your race. Obviously, if you're not human, Draenei, or Blood Elf, you would just put other, and then set your current reputation, which mine is friendly 500, and where you want to go to, which is Exalted. Now the first set of items are the Mark of Kil'jaeden. These will get you to Honored, and the rest will get you to Exalted. But I'm not suggesting that you just buy your reputation straight away, as not everyone has this 1500 gold that it would take. So what I would recommend is that you at least get to Honored with these Marks of Kil'jaeden, because these will only get you to Honored, and after this you can start doing your quests, which will get you even more reputation. So that's the most efficient way. So I'm going to start by doing this now. I already have a bunch of Mark of Kil'jaedens, so I'm just going to go and hand them in. So what I'm going to do is accept this quest for Marks of Kil'jaeden, and I will just start to hand them in. And after handing them all in, you can see I am now honored. So this is where I will continue to do all of the quests. And this is what I recommend you do. Basically, make sure you do your turn-ins up to honored. Do not turn in any of the fell armaments or higher reputation items. Just do Kil'jaedens to begin with until you are honored. And then from here, just do a combination of questing and handing in Marks of Sargeras until you get a higher reputation. Then, of course, if you really need to push through Exalted, you can buy the fell armaments all the way up to Exalted. But yeah, just a quick reminder. So you've got Marks of Kil'jaeden up to Honored for Aldor, and then you've got the Marks of Sargeras and the fell armaments that will get you up to Exalted. And then for the Scryers, this is the Firewing Signet up to Honored, and then the Sun Fury Signet and the Arcane Tome. Also quickly to mention, why would you do this in the first place? Obviously, it's for your shoulder enchants and other good items, but as you can see here, just being honored alone will get you a shoulder enchant. That's good enough to go into Karazhan, and then later on, of course, you'll want to get the higher one. To get these holy dusts, you will hand in your fell armaments, and it's the same for the Scryers with the...
I don't want to be told just to turn shit in, man.
Hello, you with you. This is Bloody Fox. You have the chance to get from anybody.
Whatever.
TBC tier list. Oh yeah, a tier list for TBC classes. I wanted to make one. Oh, here we go. Damn. Well, I'll just go with what I know. Affliction Warlock can apparently top DPS, and you need to have one. So I'm gonna put them in S tier altogether. Plus Warlocks in general. I'm gonna think about PvP too. Warlocks in general are really fucking good. Obviously, you got to play the spec. But in general, if you go and you want to play Affliction Warlock, you're good with fucking Warlock. I put them in S tier, straight up. They're like the top DPS. Maybe A tier.
Motherfucker.
You're right. Hunters tend to win, especially early on. But from what I gather, Warlocks are top. Seed of Corruption is disgusting. They're insane in dungeons. They're pretty good. And I'm also considering PvP. Arcane Mages? Oh. Arcane Mages are complicated. They suck. On their own. But if you do a raid that's like actually sweaty and like you're funneling innervates and power infusions and you're killing the boss relatively quickly, they're S tier, right? Aren't they like the best DPS? It's also post nerf, so maybe bosses die quicker. I'm gonna go with A tier. I bet they get better as time goes on. I think they scale really well, but they're still really good. Am I crazy?
Shit.
They'll be S. Okay, but for everybody, they are fucking OP when they get 2-set and a Shadow Priest demo lock-in raid.
Embrace the shadow.
I mean, do you need are you gonna get funneled innervates?
Where?
Are you gonna go at all? I mean, you don't need them? Okay. So you're still S tier with no power infusion, no innervates. You're a random arcane mage in a pug. You're still S tier. Let's assume you have a Shadow Priest, sure. Wow. No way above lock. See, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I put him above lock. I'm going to go A tier. I'm going A tier. But I don't know. I could be wrong. But they're up there. They're really fucking good. Arms Warrior. I'm going to go A tier as well. Everything's going to go A. You need an Arms Warrior in raid. 1. You're going to do less damage than, say, Fury Warrior, but you increase everyone's physical damage dealt by 4%. That's really... People are going to look for Arms Warriors, so your utility is big. You need that. And you're good in PvP. Arms Warriors are pretty sick. You just have to, you know, be really patient, because you're going to sit every CC for 10 years. You don't play the game much. Arms are the same tier as Arcane is wild. But Arcane doesn't bring any utility. I guess I should stop thinking about PvP at all. Am I crazy? Man, it's so hard to do a tier list thinking about utility and what you bring. Ugh. Alright, I'll put Arms in B tier. I guess I'm going to stop giving a fuck about the utility and just think about the solo experience of how much fun you're going to have. We'll go with that. Arms Warrior, B tier. Is this Assassination Rogue? You just don't play it. D tier. It's just a worse combat. You don't play it in PvP. You don't. Honestly, F tier. Someone said you can get, if you get really good daggers, it's close. It can almost be as good DPS as Assassination or as combat, but it's just worse. This is combat? No, combat has got to be this right here. That's combat. You're all wrong. So D tier for Assassination. Y'all are just used to seeing in Venom. Moonkin. See, this is what I'm saying. Moonkin gives the entire raid 3% hit. Like, this is the kind of class where people will have 19 in their raid, and they'll be saying, looking for one more, need a Boomkin. But then you go in raid, and you don't do any damage. You don't even innervate yourself, because your class is worthless. You innervate someone else, you just sit you do no damage, but you keep Fairy Fire up. So, like, where do you put that? Like, some could argue S tier. I mean, really.
Gross.
No, they couldn't. I mean, dude. Utility tier. It is a fucking utility. I guess just talking about it kind of explains really where you're at. I'm gonna put you in A tier. No, I'll put you in B tier. And just because you're gonna have like D tier damage and you're gonna have like S tier utility, we're gonna meet in the middle and go in B. BM Hunter S tier, highest DPS. I always see it parse and shit on everything, always.
Yep.
Combat Rogue, C tier? I feel like rogues don't bring anything. Like, you can see how important having one of every single class in the game is. It's super important.
I should have done that.
At least on some classes. Boomkin, Rep Paladin, Enhancement Shamans. Having a rogue makes you have one less of those. And their damage isn't that great. Improved exposed armor. Whatever. Minimal. So yeah, you're going to fucking C tier with your best spec. PvE. We're just doing PvE here. But you'll be great in PvP. We have kicks. That's great. So do Warriors. And most classes. Anyways. Demo Warlock. I mean... What does Demo Warlock do? Don't you play Destro in Raid? It's good on some fights where you move
Why are you
a lot.
dying,
You need
Creepy?
one.
Where are you?
Still S tier? Really?
He's not aggressive.
One affliction for improved curse. Demo does great damage and gives buffs. Wow. So basically, this is S tier, as well as Destro. Destro's higher overall than Demo. I mean, than Bang. Warlock is just disgusting overall. Disc Priest. I'll do a PvP one after this. Disc Priest. Where is Disc Priest in PvP? Or in fucking TBC PvE? I don't think people play disc, do they? They all play holy. You want one? Do you? For what? For PI? This guy says, I played disc. You give spell power, master spell, spirit, and SP. Okay, so disc is like fucking C tier. Right? I'm gonna put it there. Ellie Shaman. Ampy said, and I trust him, he's saying that Ellie Shaman actually owns early on in TBC. It actually fucking owns. It falls off because it doesn't scale as well as most other classes like Arcane Mages and stuff like that. But early on, for the first 6 months, and probably after, you're pretty good. And you're a shaman, you bring totems, and you give your caster group 3% hit and 3% crit. I think it's better to just take another warlock. It's like overall more damage than the extra totem the Ellie Shaman gives. But I'm gonna put it in B tier, you know? I think I'll put it there. Enhancement, I'll be honest. Dare I say enhancement might be S tier. Because of the utility and its individual damage. Seriously. Low S. Again, it's one of those classes where people are going to say looking for enhancement shaman. If you're going to see pugs looking for specific DPS classes, you know it's onto something. Shadow priests are going to be needed. Maybe there will be an abundant amount of them, but those will be needed. Balanced druids will be needed, and enhancement shamans will be needed. Shamans in general are just not a high played class. What? All right, feral druid. Ooh, I'll be honest. I'm thinking it's probably a solid A. You also bring leader of the pack. It's coming up close to enhancement. I don't think it's below enhancement, probably around there. Am I crazy? Holy biased. Am I crazy? Why am I wrong? Because this is also talking about tank druids, which are the best tanks, without a doubt, in TBC. And then the feral damage is pretty good. It's not bad. It's not. And then you also provide leader of the pack and you can off tank. If we're talking about just the DPS, like, how is this not? Mike, you're all just calling me biased, but I think I'm wrong. TBC
Wrong?
Karazhan logs. Oh god. Problem with fucking no one knows how to play feral, I swear. Oh god. Yeah, listen, I'm telling you, feral druid is way better than what these logs are showing. They're better than balanced druids. What? What are these logs? How do you possibly perform so badly? Wait, it's because they're tanking. It's because they're fucking tanking and their damage gets lower because of it. The dot at the end is the best log? Bullshit! That cannot be right! What?
Oh,
Go 99th percentile? How do I get to 99th percentile?
I did
Seriously.
something weird in my back.
What the fuck? It's that bad? This can't be correct. There's no way. Fury Warrior is.
I feel like I'm doing no damage now.
Iron Mage, Destro Lock, BM Hunter. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, here's what I'm gonna say. All right, I remember doing TBC. I'm gonna fucking find it. I did TBC. Y'all know Bruce Wayne? He's a friend of mine. He's a multi-rank 1 hunter. He's won CDLs. He's a competitor. He's a parser. He knows hunters. He would barely out DPS me. Barely. I was a feral druid. Okay? So you look at these rankings, and I know he's playing his class right. Weaving and everything. Playing a BM hunter. Not survival. Not marksman. He was BM. This just tells me that no one knows how to play feral. Like, even 99th percentile, they have to be slow. Or maybe it's just like, you just don't do well on these AoE fights, so it cucks you? God, y'all sent me on a whole different tangent here. Can I... Is this... I don't know these logs. Is this like when TBC first came out? Like only people during that tier? Like how do I check Magtheridon maybe? This is phase 1. Can you show me phase 1 Magtheridon? I mean, at least Feral is above Balance Druid now. Holy Christ. Dude, no fucking way.
Frost Mage is so
I can
low.
get Feral Druid up here in the top, like, fucking 5. Maybe not top 5, but top 7. I'd do more than
Oh, this
Shadow
is
Priest,
lava.
but no. I'd out DPS these LE Shamans, these Arms Warriors, Rep Power. I'd out DPS all of them. Put the best on that class. I can't fathom it. I can't fathom. I don't understand. Magtheridon and Gruuls. Okay. Dude. I'm messaging Saren. Yo. You there? Saren's like my Feral Druid PvE Feral like autist. He would do speedruns on a Feral Druid in Classic, for example, and he would enchant his pummelers with 25 agility because he was trying to parse. So he would know these things. He knows TBC just as well. He's not there. He's got work. Fuck. Wasn't power shifting broken in phase 1? Oh my god. Yes. It was. That was when the weak Trolls Blood fucking event happened.
No.
Oh my god, I forgot. But you could still kind of do it with weak Trolls Blood, but it completely fucking butchered the class. No, that was beta. No, it wasn't, because I played phase 1 of TBC, and I'll go to fucking TBC, Soda Poppin', Karazhan. I bet I'm fucking weak Trolls Blooding in this shit. 2 years ago. Come back to life. 299 weak Trolls Blood bound to V.
Oh?
There it is. And here's me in a group with Bruce Wayne, like I said.
What?
I'm checking damage here. Damage done. I'm looking. Me and Bruce.
This fucking guy.
Okay. Fucking hunters, man.
Mhm.
Warlocks, the AoEing with Seed of Corruption. Okay, here we go. This is a bad fight. There's AoE on this. It's gotta be a different fight we can look at, for sure. Here we go. Prince Malzahar. Damage done. Look at that. Not bad. Big LOS. This damage is pretty good. This is Wick. Keep in mind, this is with weak Trolls Blood. It griefed. It was super annoying. I'm not going to
No.
get into what you had to do to fix it.
No.
Might be the right spot.
No. Really? Really? Please. Oh my god.
We're getting a shit ton of parries and stuff, so my character could be dropping right here, careful.
Cream pie.
Yeah, I see. I'm gonna start cow.
Yeah, alright. Either way, sorry, I got so distracted. Listen, I'm putting Feral in A tier. It's the best tank in the game. You can do really good damage. I don't give a fuck what these logs say. If you're not retarded and you actually understand your class, you're doing good damage. I swear to fuck. It's not going to be Warlock.
did
It's not going
prove
to be
it.
Hunter. It's not going to be Arcane Mage. Nothing is but those. But your utility is solid. You bring Innervate. You got B-Res. It's A tier. It's A tier.
I would say it's.
Sue me. All right. Fire Mage.
I'd say it's
I feel
low
like Fire Mage
A.
will not be good
Lowest
until you get
A.
enough crit rating. Is that wrong? Like you just Arcane Mage?
Lowest
Better than
A,
Feral?
higher B, maybe?
Kill yourself in game. It's D tier. You need haste. All right, so fire is what? D tier, y'all think? I'm going. This is a Twitch chat. It's C tier. You just go arcane. Let's go C tier. Frost Mage, I'm guessing, is also C tier. Fury Warrior, I'm seeing is some pretty good damage, but you bring jack shit for utility. You're less damage than a hunter. You're a melee. Melees are annoying. You always hate melees in raids. They're just causing issues. Stacking the fuck up on the boss. And your damage is still worse. You bring no utility. I'd almost even go B tier. Ain't nobody wants you in the raid. Bring a Warlock. Either way. We'll go high B tier. This, what the fuck is this? What spec is this? Disc? No, Disc is here. Smite Priest? Okay, stop, move on.
Smite
Holy
Priest.
I feel like Holy Priests are, in PvE, are good, right? Fury has the top 1 damage in every game, every phase, and you put Feral above them. Yeah.
Fuck
Well,
my life,
keep in
dude.
mind, they're not the #1 parse in every phase. They're they're 5th, and there's a pretty big gap between them and Destrolox. They're melee, and they bring no utility. So, why would you bring a Fury Warrior over a Feral? Unless you already have, like, the Ferals. Am I crazy? Battle Shout? I mean, you should have Battle Shout. You should bring an Arms Warrior. Arms Warriors, I almost want to put higher than Fury. But if you're bringing someone purely because of their DPS, and there's 4 people that do more damage than you, one of them provides utility. I don't know. I feel like that holds it back a bit.
I'm gonna fart on this guy.
Fury Warrior Battle Shout is a net rate DPS increase in a double Hunter enhanced Feral physical group. Fine. A lot of Fury Warriors are upset. Low A tier. Fucking breathe. Take a breath. God. Is that high? No, that's low. Isn't the highest on the far left? Higher than Feral, you
Yeah.
animal? Fine. That's all y'all care about. Marksman Hunters?
Not even on the list.
I mean, you just don't do that. I don't know any Marksman Hunters. You don't do that.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Ever. Palm Pyro Mages were trolling. That's not a PvE thing. Prot Paladins are. And this is where we have to get kind of specific, because it's like, they're so good for tanking dungeons. They're probably going to be, they are the most sought after tank, but they're not as good as Ferals in raid. But in dungeons, which is honestly going to be where most people struggle, Prot
Come
Paladins
on, dude.
awesome. We've got the best AoE.
Can't fucking hit anything.
They're
Good
insane.
God.
They're crazy.
These
But it's
guys
like,
aren't
are we
dropping
talking
their
about raid? Are we
spleens.
talking about dungeons?
I have honey on my face.
And they're also important to have for a lot of raids just simply because of trash that comes in. Some bosses do have that, and then you want it there. Brain dead take, I'm right. You have to be rage baiting, but I'm right. With everything I just said. What about overall? Overall PvE, I mean, I've kind of already gone to overall. I'd probably put Warlocks, but I can't put them any higher. Like, I'd put Frost Mages higher if we're doing overall, because they're good in dungeons, right? Especially Heroics,
Yeah.
which is honestly where most people are going to struggle.
Yeah, you
For
have to have
OnlyFans, I
Frost
want a
Mage.
mage in my group every single time. Polymorph is too good, mage utility is too good.
Yeah.
So it's not really overall, but I'll put them in...
Wish there were more
put 'em in-
classes. Wish there was one more class at least.
I mean, it's more important to compare them to Ferals and Warriors. Maybe high A tier. S tier. I just feel like I put it here and everyone's like, oh my god, they're the best tank. And that's the end of their thought process. Ugh. Prot Warriors are shit. They have good cooldowns, but that's really it. B tier.
Spleens.
You can do all of the raids with them. They're fine. Tanking is not really an issue.
Not having
Resto Shamans are
rested
S tier.
XP sucks.
Yeah. Resto Druids? What do you do as a Resto Druid in raid? I actually don't know. You keep hots up on the tank, I assume 3 blooms, and then what? Because you're a tank healer. Okay. You innervate the Arcane Mage?
Tag them.
Yeah. I'm surprised Resto's a good tank healer. I think Paladins would do it. We'll put him in A tier. Yeah, alright. Ret Paladin? Ret Paladins bring a buff, don't they? What is it again? You want 1 Ret Paladin in the raid. 3% crit to everyone. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Refresh
What
judgments.
the fuck?
That too. You gotta refresh the judgments. So you need a Ret Paladin.
Good
and their
God.
damage is pretty good too. It's not bad. Not crazy. Not bad.
Oh
My
shit.
tier, here we go. I'm gonna put him in A tier for sure. I think pretty high A tier. Like right here behind UA Lock. No, behind Arcane Mage. Yeah. I'll put him right there. Shadow Priest. Here we are again. You're just retarded, dude. I actually wonder if there's a possibility to make this tier list without getting called retarded. Is it possible? From somebody.
The drop chances are so low.
Utility, like I actually care more about utility than the fucking parsing. But I did that, and I said that about classes, and people get really upset. Like how valuable is the Shadow Priest? I know they're basically a mana battery.
No.
They're very important. I don't know exactly how much mana they're going to be giving their raid, and I don't know how much damage they're doing either.
Oh my god.
Okay, so they're very important. They do decent damage too. So what do y'all think? A lot of S tiers, a lot of A tiers, high B.
Cream pie's fucking him up.
Above Rep Pally, so like here. Okay.
Easy.
Affliction. Oh, this is PvP spec. We don't care. This is PvE. Sub-Rogue, trash. Survival Hunter, S tier. I almost say it might be the best spec, considering it's got some of the highest damage and it has crazy utility. So I put it above BM Hunter, assuming you know what you're doing. Thoughts? Not better than...
Hey.
Check out this car here. Look at this.
That's cool.
Oh my goodness. Was that a Mustang or what? This was a tip from the Instagram page. What's up in the 818? We're in Sun Valley. Hold on a second here. I don't even know what this is. Safe Flight headquarters or some sort of corporate building? I can't tell if it's a Hyundai or a Kia that's been completely stripped down to its bare ass over here. Left on its chassis, doors, trunk, front bumpers, rear bumpers, possibly interior. Oh man, Los Angeles, in the valley, you never know where you're gonna find. Completely stripped
Not the
and
muffler?
clipped. Wow, look at that.
There's a lot of shit you can take on that.
Dang, completely clean. Ooh wee, they
There's
took
still like a
every
lot you can
little
take.
bit and bob out this thing. I just noticed they took not only the front hood, but the windshield wiper mechanisms as well. That
Really
is
have to take it off.
mental, dude. Cannot figure out what car I'm even looking at. And of course, it's on the crate. They had the dignity to leave it on a crate, not on its rotors. Holy moly, man. Ha! We've seen a couple of these stripped out cars from time to time. It's I don't know if it's a common occurrence,
That's
but
insane.
it does happen enough in the industrial parts of town. Any clues in the back here? Not even the spare tire was spared. Pun
There's so much
intended.
more shit you can take,
SoCal, the state of Los Angeles, summed up in one photo, one video clip. Stripped and clipped. Everyone's leaving. The money is gone. My goodness gracious. It ain't looking too pretty, boys and girls. Is this the end of Los Angeles as we know it? Obviously not, but it's definitely a good fucking metaphor for how bad things have gone around here. Now, obviously, listen, these things happen on a day-to-day basis. It's not a big deal, but it's just honestly just funny to see. As I'm walking back to the car here, I noticed over here as well, were these like rummaged through or like just broken off? Was someone trying to like find copper? I don't know. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I
Wait
can control
a
V.
second.
I always forget.
The guy is in the ravine
What
over
the
there.
hell?
Not the ravine, but like, oh. What the hell? Oh man. Luckily, he didn't go all the way down, I guess. Jeez. It's finally happened, ladies and gentlemen. The two-tone
Gentlemen.
wrap is now on an M4. Is that a G80 M4? I don't even know what it is, but it looks terrible. I think that's a fake Brabus kit on. Is that a fake Brabus car, or I don't know? It's got some Brabus bits on it. I don't know, man. It doesn't have the full Brabus package. Fugazi. What is that screeching I hear? Oh my god. Let's pull over to my left here. Here we go. We got the Grinch and Santa Claus. Hold on.
No. You know, I could go on the rap industry if I wasn't afraid of. You know, I'd be a good rapper if I wasn't afraid of black people.
Classic 16.
I think when everybody owns robots, household robots, I think black people are going to be the worst at taking care of them.
Hell, that redlining, dude. What are you doing?
I need a punchline for that still. I've tried that on stage twice now, I think.
We got Steve Goldfield, OG in the 812 fast, super fast.
This guy doesn't even
and
drop it.
basically, excellent. Good plate. Of course, you got the usual
Hello.
suspects here, the Ford
Hello, no, no.
GT and
Hello, no,
the
no.
LaFerrari combo. 360 in the mix. V8 6-speed, good plate. Love to see the older analog cars out and about. Check out the 812 Competizione, the matte green. We've seen this before in Beverly
Beep.
Hills. That is a crazy spec. The Tellier, one of one. 812 Competizione Coupe in matte green over here. We got a Wild Bell 40 in the 08 ACR Viper. Yes, sir.
Come to
Unfortunately,
me.
no space next to the Super G. The 08
Come
brothers
to
are
me.
back in town. Pista meets a little
Kill
pista.
him.
A little pista meets a little pasta. Pasta meets a little.
Kill him.
Now, what's interesting here is this apparently is a Neiman
I had to hit level 68 as soon as possible.
black down the middle or on the center console.
Should I be?
Neiman
Ooh, nice,
Marcus
got it.
edition. Oh, I see it. Oh, let's see if we can
What?
like
Which
zoom
one do
in
I need still?
through the cracks, and then we're gonna zoom.
No,
Come
I
on
have them
now.
all.
Don't do me dirty
Hey.
like that. Oh, come on. It won't focus.
Hey.
I know. Fuck.
Hey. Smoke alarm begging to live. Ceiling cricket.
Come on. Come on. Oh, I got it. Yes. 1 of 10. Yes. We got the Bach Mono.
What the
new
hell is
variant
that?
with the massive turbine next to your head, but Testarossa. It's got a Testarossa on top of
Fucking
it.
fuck
Wait a
off.
minute. Stripless?
Dude, the
350R.
mobs and TBC are so close
Maroni
together.
Sticker. That's crazy. 70
Oh.
grand MSRP.
Whoa, what do you got?
Ugh.
Oh, dang.
Hang on,
That is a
eat and
flex
drink.
right there.
Does this work?
Clickety clack, dude, with a sequential gearbox. Oh.
None of my sound effects work.
There is a plethora
Sounds.
of cars assembled here at the old place. Everyone from the show has pulled up here. Hold on a second,
Yeah,
boys
nothing.
and girls. Check out what we just found in the back alleys of the old place here in Malibu. A little Always Superleggera
Oh, I know why.
Grigio Telesto. Stock, California plated, OEM, no
Yeah,
aftermarket
cutie.
nonsense whatsoever. That is insane. I don't think
What?
I've seen one of these in like years. No from plate. No one drives their Gallardos anymore. No one drives their Gallardos, let alone Superleggeras. A rare spot, indeed. I don't know. That looks dangerous. That looks dangerous. They won't even tell you how much.
There's no
horsepower it's got.
actions. Well,
XXX.
rip.
See that 240Z or something over
Rip.
there.
Look at these
that.
guys running after
We're
me.
just taking a little gander at this Ferrari 550 over here. Silver over red. And we got the
Meow.
08 crew.
Meow,
Hold on.
Meow, meow, meow,
08
meow, meow.
crew. 08. What happened in
Fuck.
08?
Why is it
Big recession.
really auto mod?
Wait a second. CCX on PCH?
It's like
Come on
Twitch's
now.
auto mod.
Right before the holidays, baby. Come on. Soak it in, baby.
I gotta kill everybody.
Okay, here we go.
I gotta
Listen,
kill
listen.
everybody. I gotta kill everybody.
It sounds like a fucking train, dude.
Huh? Huh? That sounds terrible. Ooh.
It sounds like the train track.
Oh god.
What's on the second level?
What the fuck?
It's a camper roof. You can stand up in there. That's insane.
Damn.
I'm literally filming this for you, not for me.
That thing rolls over.
Nice
It's
little
cooked.
color on the GT3. Nice little bronze wheels. Where's that damn Hummer? That's gone. Is someone in trouble from the BHPD 90210?
I go back out. I'm not getting any rep for this shit.
Here near the federal
Really?
building.
You guys don't have
Hold
any
your
rep.
S-class for the protest, the solidarity march.
You can't even give me like Thrallmar.
Iranians over here.
I don't think
God,
cars
most
supposed to
of
make a train
Wilshire
noise.
shut down, but they're doing that fucking
That was a
construction
train.
over there, which is insane to me on a Sunday.
That Lexus
Come
was a
on
train.
now. Los Angeles. Everyone's out. We got the news chopper. You got LAPD up in the air. We got someone's calling in over here. Calling in. You can do a little car spot in here. Look at this Wrangler JK
this
Unlimited
way.
with the doors down. Look at this setup here.
What the fuck?
Cavalry
Beep,
rolling
beep.
up
It's a Jeep beep.
just a little bit.
Police. It's a weird video. What is even happening? Oh. I hate it when the first hit dazes you.
I think that's the U-Haul truck that supposedly tried to run some of these guys over. Look at the excessive yellow tape across the entirety of the
What the fuck?
Oh, all right. Relax, brother, man. Yellow tape all over the place here. We got
there
the
he
U-Haul
is.
truck. Check out the unmarked Impala. It doesn't even have exempt plates. It's on an 8
I
plate.
shouldn't have slowed him down.
Saw the lights on. Oh, Lord almighty now.
No. Oh, man.
Crazy. There's the U-Haul truck. Someone's in trouble. But yeah, this is unmarked right here. The delivery robot is literally stuck in no man's land over here, dude.
The robot.
you
Where I was
wanna
last
sign your name?
exam. Oh shit.
Solidarity.
Have
Show that you were here.
have you been feeling confident
Massive,
with the
massive
exam?
flag draped over the bushes here.
Like I just healed.
Look at that. Wow.
Or are you like shitting yourself and like feeling like you're fucking up? That's a nice car.
We're back here in front of Craig's off of Melrose. A lot of celebrity signings. A-list, B-list, C-list, D-list. Waymo to run me down.
Easy.
Check this out. Mustang
Easy
GTV
quest.
with a massive wing.
Nice.
Look at that.
Whoa.
It's crazy.
The wing
Galvin
is sick
plate,
and the wheels are cool.
California registered as well in red. So we looked it up.
Damn, sick.
These start at like $300,000. It don't look like it, but they're limited to 1,700 units, 800 plus
That shit's
horsepower,
cool.
sub
Pretty sure you're
7
fucked. Hell
minute
yeah.
Nürburgring time. This is the
Hell
first one
yeah,
I've
gonna
seen
be a construction worker.
off a track and not in car week. That looks crazy.
Hell yep.
Who is that, dude? I don't know. The car is sick though. Wait, whoa. Looks like we got. Who's this guy? What's going on?
We got a crowd.
Mr. Allen, can I just get away? For my
Who's
truck
that?
again? Thank you.
Oh, we gotta be talking about the Mustang GTD, dude. That's a $400,000 car.
Obtain the key from any blood up. Oh no.
That 6.2 liter V8.
Damn, those
running
headlights are
man.
sick.
That is sick.
The way they're like projecting
Look how
so
low
cleanly.
the car is too. Look at that. The front splitter is crazy.
It is low. What
Look
the
at this
hell?
side vent. So much air on this car.
Stunned me.
That is a solid spot, my brother, man. That's sick. We didn't even know who it was
So
until
sick.
you hopped in.
It's so
We're here for
wide.
the car. Oh, let's get a view of the rear here.
I think it's sick. I don't like Mustangs,
Dude, that's loud. Listen to this.
but that thing was cool. Ew. Why is it so loud? It's cool, but we're gonna go
This
do a
is an
daily grind on
unusual
CS
spot.
and
Either it's
YouTube. Have
wrapped
fun.
or painted. We got an LP640
Fun.
Murcielago with an SV kit with the tire
You gotta get
stickers. Look at that.
rank 1,
There's two other
whatever
cars behind him,
rank
too.
1 is. Hello, Mia Carlos. Are you here to sell me banners? Account created 1 hour ago.
Oh, this guy biffed it. Making an illegal U-turn.
That's easy.
Bunch of
Baby girl.
Got an old school F-boy meet. Oh.
The fish just splooshed.
Sometimes you just hate to see it. Looks like the Mercy is down. No. That stinks. It's on the flatbed. No. It's been replaced by an F-12 with wheels on it. No.
I want to
Another
floss.
day, another dollar, and another flipped car on Lancashire. Whoops. How the hell did this man manage that?
How
Luckily,
the
no one
fuck?
got injured here, but oh man, that's
What is
cool.
that?
Fuck you, dude.
Wait, what? What is happening?
But oh man, that's crazy. Fuck you, dude. Yeah, look at your fucked up car. Look at your car, bro.
Huh?
I'm just chilling, bro.
You a punk ass dude. Asians always act stupid.
Yeah, that's right.
What the
Dude,
fuck?
this guy is clowning out on me, dude. Well, time to rein in the new year, boys and girls. Oh, he's hiding his face now. He's hiding his face. Luckily, hold on, watch this. On that 4X zoom on the 17 Pro
Cops should have
Max.
told him to go.
Hello. He's got the umbrella, so he's... Oh, there's the leg kick.
Some serious signal.
Oh, Japanese stuff. That guy's phone number is 4444444.
What?
That's sick. Let's see, oh, he's got a roof scoop.
War.
Let's see how long this based community meet here lasts. I fear the Irvine police might shut it down pretty quickly, but this is pretty sick. Check out this spread, ladies and gentlemen. Orange County showing up strong. But where's that S Club LA Murcielago LP640? Where is the Mercy? Is that not a throwback to the Yas Marina M3 and M4 era on the S-Spot channel? Look at that. Completely stocked, too. The meet
That's really nice.
has barely even begun. And I fear that it might get shut down relatively soon. But we're looking for that LP640. Where did it go, man? The spread's looking real nice. A lot of broccoli heads around here. A lot of broccoli heads, you know? It's all right. Get it. It's all right. If you have a broccoli cut, it's all right. Honestly, that 01 right there with the chrome wheels, pretty dang nice. No bumper cage, dude. Look at that. Holy
These guys
crap,
are aggro
man.
from really far
A
away.
lot of loud cars here, guys. A lot of loud cars. Strange kit with a strange wrap.
Green pie, no.
Look at that. Wow, that's crazy. So we had the Irvine police, I believe. And these guys don't look too happy. It looks like they blocked off this entrance and exit.
Why didn't he hit
And there's
me?
another entrance and exit. There's a random
I'm not
spec
complaining.
right there. Right around that way. We parked to the left that way, but there's no entrance or
I'm
exit
dead.
there. So there's literally two ways in,
They have Scorch.
2 ways out.
Please no.
Lot of revving, lot of two-stepping.
Yes. Yes, my cream pie is intact.
Not for the faint of heart.
What the fuck? Fucking Dragonhawks?
Desperately need a car to save us.
Back in the blue, huh? Yeah. Oh, this is Chad from high school. Whoa, are you little Ryan? Whoa, dude. Glad to see you finally embrace male pattern baldness. We always wondered what happened to you after the incident. And there you are. Imagine my surprise when I just see you in the blue. Haha. We should catch up sometime, bro. What was the incident at your high school? I think in the 12th grade, somebody got outed for having like a list. Not like Epstein style, but like a list, more like the Pitt season 1, episode 2 style list. And then there was like an underground Ritalin trading ring that happened as well.
No, cream pie.
Yep, you got me pretty good, chest and
You're a
cheese.
bitch.
Here, not too much I can
Wrong trap.
To be honest with you. There's too many real incidents in here. We need more funny incidents. Like, what's this one? 10 people the senior class above me got arrested for pissing on the lockers and using fire extinguishers as a senior prank. Not a good prank, for sure.
50 health.
Definitely not a good prank to just piss
I cheat death one more day.
and use fire extinguishers. Isn't it supposed to be like you steal like something
I have to go
that was
that
really
way?
high up or
I
something
thought that
like
was
that?
the chest.
Someone's mom made out with them during the assembly.
You get
Their
the
mom
fuck
made
outta
out with
here.
their own kid during the assembly. That sounds crazy, man. Like making out with your mom, obviously, like really,
No
really bad to
consumables.
begin with, but like in public, at the assembly, where it's got to be like the worst place. Oh, it was the boys volleyball. Someone's mom was making out with somebody on the boys volleyball
come here.
team, or
Goodbye.
the whole volleyball team. Either way, it's pretty bad.
No.
She was disguised as a student, kind of like an
Uh,
undercover
I
boss
re-
situation, is what I'm saying. Kids switched out the morning announcements tape
On.
for an adult film, and multiple teachers played it before there was an announcement. That's okay. That's a good senior prank. My
That is a
sister
good senior
graduated
prank.
in 1998. They used concrete to make an additional speed bump on the slow road leading into the parking lots. Urbanist ass fucking prank. Fucking. What's next? Senior prank? We're gonna erect some bollards around some areas where cars keep hopping up on the sidewalk and crashing into people? Put up a damn traffic cam? Those are illegal, bro. People got caught fucking at the 30-hour famine overnight stay at school. I believe that. That did not happen in my 30-hour famine, or at least I was not involved. But it got me thinking that this is probably not something that's gonna last. So for anyone that's not aware, in Ontario, at least when I went to school, you had to get 40 hours of community service to get your high school diploma. So basically the whole thing is everybody cheats the system. I'm not saying it's good, but it's finding the most frictionless way possible to get 40 hours so you can actually graduate. The average story is that someone in your family owns a store and you work for them for like 2 hours and then they sign that you did 40 hours and then you can graduate. It's like a technicality. It's basically cheating.
Split the video
system, but
into 15-minute segments. No. Shit. I'm exporting videos. Hang on a second. Sorry. Mm. Uh, 213 slash huge meat. Can I? Damn, this is all saved still. All right, hang on. Hang on a second now. Hmm. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, bop. All right. There's a bunch of uploads. Like a shit ton of uploads. How many uploads is that? 12? It should be 12. Nice. Been meaning to do that.
Incentivized by the school board. But I didn't have any friends
My
or
ear still
friends'
has not
parents
gone.
who like owned a store that I
One
knew
more
about.
tea.
So I volunteered at my aunt's non.
I think I'm gonna drink mint tea. Well, wait, yeah. Mint always fucks up my stomach, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna put a shit ton of honey in it. Oh yeah. Here we go. Came across your live YouTube and I saw your Minecraft video. So server access? Yeah. Let me check. What was the provider's name? I should. I just uploaded like all of my VODs just a second ago. What was it called? Hang on. Let me just search my email for Minecraft really quick. Hang on. I can't see chat. One second. An invoice for a purchase. Oh, great. Twitch Turbo. Minecraft. Bro, my ears. My ears are doing all sorts of shit. I can't find it. I don't know. Aternos? Was it Aternos? Was it? Oh my god, hang on. Shit. I got tea coming up. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, that sounds right. Hot water. Hot water. Hot water. Mint. I want to make weak tea. I'm just going to take it right out. I'm going to take it out after like 60 seconds. Yeah, it was that. Yeah, let me log in really quick. I might be able to just turn it on. Oh no, it says create a server. Yeah, it's gone. No. 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 Oh, fuck. I really liked that server. At least you have it on VOD True. Fuck. We gotta do that again. I want to get people IRL involved. Really bad. I want to make sure that like the next time we do a server, there's gonna be like a shit ton of people. I'm taking the fucking mint tea bag out right away. Boom. Fucking I'm in a phase right now, and I've been in this same phase with Minecraft for like years now, where I'm like not uninterested, but I'm like I don't feel like I'm able to get into it fully right now, but I'm allowing that to happen in my subconscious, so that, and I'm trying to do that for as long as I can, while maintaining like ignorance of what they've added to Minecraft. Like in the last, like obviously I know a few things, and I've even played Minecraft a few times, but for the most part, when it comes to the shit they've added in the last like 3 years, let's say, I really don't know that much. And don't tell me. $12 a month for servers, pretty good. Yeah, as long as the server works. That shit, it like shit out on us last time. I do not want to be in combat. Everything is aggroing on me so easily. Aternos was nice to be able to mod it easily. I don't know. I wasn't super sold on Aternos. I thought I was going to be able to get back over. Are you kidding me? That booty boy right there. Fuck. Kind of ass, but it's free. Oh, when it was free, I paid for it before. Because when it was free, we couldn't use it. It was unusable. It just didn't function. Because of how ass it was. I mean, it was like 400 or 500 ping or some shit like that. All the time. It was really bad. I remember being on stream and like, I think even paying for it on stream. And like, trying to figure it out. Because it was so bad. Oh yeah, I just cheesed that whole fucking thing. I love Feign Death so much. So nice. Just reset. Yeah, yeet. Fuck y'all, I'm out. It's so bad, yeah. I'm sure there's something else that people use. Well, wait. Minecraft, like Mojang offers servers now. Like good servers. I'm 90% sure. I think you can mod them. Oh, okay, that is a drop to my death. Oh, I'm not even supposed to go that way yet. Oh. No, oh no, 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 I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I'm not that far. God damn it. Realm. Overpaying for just playing with a friend. Let me just open Minecraft really quick. No, they did something different with it. Like, in the last couple years. Pretty flicking sure. This is gonna show my email. I already know it. Already know it. Put the honey in the tea, motherfucker. Put the money in the bag, motherfucker. Lots of honey. Did I just fall somewhere? Oh my god. I've had a very unlucky day, I feel like, on WoW. Or just maybe an unlucky day in general. I don't know. Look at these cool guys.
Profit. I set up a router for her and a printer, and then she signed 8 hours, but I still had to get like 32 hours. So there was this fundraiser called the 30-Hour Famine, where you raised money for some kind of like end world hunger charity, but they would give you 30 hours just for doing the 30-hour famine. All you had to do was not eat for 30 hours. I thought that was the easiest way to get my hours so I could graduate, and guess what? It fucking was. Obviously, it was free, basically. How would they know? Well, you had to stay at the school.
But how's
you stopped
my build in
eating
that
at
server, though? Do you like it? I
lunchtime or
remember
something like
it.
that, and then you stayed.
It was my favorite.
Overnight.
It's
with-
probably
for
one of my
like a
favorite
sleepover,
Minecraft builds, like for
and then,
SMP I've ever
you
like
left
seen.
at, like,
To be
just
honest,
after
I'm not even trying to.
lunchtime the next day.
Not even trying to glaze. I remember spending a lot of time looking for a good seed, and I really liked that. What we ended up with. Is it realm? It's got to be under realms. They made it better, I swear. Yeah. Wait. No, for Java. Free trial. I don't care about a free trial. Oh my god. Hang on. Okay. Every time I put some shit on my TV, he does some fucking weird shit. Please auto sign in. Please. No, it's glitched. Cool. Put my VPN on? No. Oh my god. I don't have a security USB. What are you talking about? This request comes from Mozilla. Can I plug anything in? Here, this is my security key. No? Fuck off. I don't have a security USB and I never have. Use my password. It's gonna glitch out and just show me the same screen again. Cool. I can't sign in. I don't know why. Build based on area how the train is. If it's too broken to build, I might even build a new train. Yeah, I do that all the time. For sure. So am I not? I'm signed in on here. I hate Microsoft. They're so bad. Whatever. I still want to like wait till a really good update comes out to jump back in. Like I want to wait until there's like I'm sure Minecraft will have another like breath in the next year where everyone plays it. I guess they kind of have by playing like the hardcore like chained together stuff, but I mean update wise. Oh, Sanctum of the Stars is like friendly. Oh. Oh.
Or something like that. I can't remember the exact hours of it. It was pretty sick, man. Because I remember me and Malf did it. We brought our Xboxes. We did a bunch of like Halo LAN, and we watched the movie
neck and my
Dog
back.
Soldiers. And then we went to sleep, and then we woke up and like I don't know, played dodgeball for like an hour and a half, and then they were like, it's over, pizza time. But I do remember that there were kids who were like, where they would go to the bathroom, they would like flash potato chip bags in their jacket, and then they would go to the bathroom and eat potato chips. And I just remember being like, this is like morally bankrupt, man. This shit is already like too easy. Like we're already cheating the system, and you're like, check it out, I'm cheating the system even more by eating chips during the 30-hour famine. You're like, man. But then I did hear like the year after I graduated, they took it down to 10 hours. Because the meta got exploited too fast. Yeah, they patched it. Weren't you hungry? I mean, I was hungry, but like 30 hours. It's not really that bad, to be honest. I mean, calling it a famine was maybe doing a little too much work to begin with, but it was like we had pizza.
Can I please have a good weapon skill,
my
please?
parents picked me up, and my dad had just bought a 2005 Honda Accord Coupe. Oh,
How was that stinky
that
egg?
bad boy had some get up and go. Anyway, how did you cheat the system to get your 40 hours? I did 2 hours a week for a year at the soup kitchen. Okay, anybody else cheat the system though?
That's like normal.
It sounds like you did it the way they wanted you to do it, which is honestly awesome for you, and I think community service is very important. But I wish you hadn't typed that, to be honest. My mom worked at the high school. That's the dream right there. Unless it was the mom from the other story. Tutored elementary school kids with learning disabilities twice a week. Fuck you, man. Have you ever been hungry? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Woman cow is so funny.
Mom, stop.
Good
You know the
name.
kid was saying that. Mom, what the heck are you doing? That guy that was kissing his mom. Apparently, it wasn't his mom. It was it wasn't him. I guess I should say. It was somewhere between one person on the volleyball team and the entire volleyball team. I'm reading the story right now. She had a disguise on. The mom went in disguise to her own kids' assembly to make out with another kid from the high school. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. That mom should not have done that. There's a full video and a news story. Damn, that is fucking humiliating, bro.
I can't see anything in this fucking video. What the fuck?
Have you seen today's moms? I'm not answering that
Have you
question.
seen today's moms?
I see my beautiful wife every day, who is also a mother. Though that's not the only thing she is. It was in Calgary? Okay, it all makes sense. All right, now I get it. Yeah, okay, Pirate Bob Dylan, could work. Cannonball shootout from me ship starboard. Boarding the enemy
Tarot
ships with
cards.
me big old sword. I play their captain in
They're
my
expensive,
booty club.
little fuckers.
Cry out, yarg, we'll plunder this ship. Here comes the story of old Blackbeard. The man the authorities came to fear. We're swashbuckling every day. Put in the briny brig, but one time he could have been the captain of the world. Yeah, I could see that. He kind of Swift doing her laundry at the hotel. I don't know about you, but I'm tumbled 22.
I'm trying to enhance my Minecraft
Did we ever
gameplay
figure
by
out what
adding
the
some
hell
mods last time. I
permanent
built
press
a
is?
British ship and it's
I'll be
sailable too.
100% with
That
you.
sounds sick.
I have been doing the laundry on my own. I'm 37
You know what I
now.
wanna play? I wanna play
went to
the,
college when I was 17. I've been doing my own laundry
Well, there's two
for
things I
20
want to play.
years.
I want to
I have
play.
no idea
What's it called? What's the huge mod overhaul that everyone talks about? Whatever that is, I want to play that. And then I also want to play the Pokemon overhaul. I want to play the Pokemon shit so bad. That sounds so fun.
permanent presses. It's for delicate clothes, but they have a delicate section as well, bro. It's a lower temp than regular, but higher temp than
Curse
delicates.
Forge? No.
I see. Like a Goldilocks. That's the Goldilocks zone. No wonder.
There's
I
like
use it.
a thing for
I
Minecraft,
think this is Fury, bro.
which is just like an overhaul.
There's no tank. Why would
Basically
I think
just
this
an
is
overhaul
Fury?
mod.
Okay, that's like.
And it's, like, really, really hard.
2010's Steve Buscemi.
What did I just
You
accept?
could be Glenn Powell for all I know, but I don't know. Was there a Boardwalk Empire movie? There was an Inland Empire movie. I mean, bro is seriously hitchhiking. Is this inside Llewyn Davis?
Where?
I know he's hitchhiking in the movie. Okay,
Oh.
Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart, in the
forget what it's
1960s, I'm
called.
gonna say.
It's not Hypixel.
Being so for fucking real with you. I've only seen Adventureland
It's fucking.
and
What is it? know.
Underwater and Twilight New Moon in the Kristen Stewart catalog.
What the fuck?
So I'm gonna say there's a couple options here. You could be Love Lies Bleeding. I believe she's in that. You could be a Twilight movie, but the car seems way too old. Although
okay.
this does look very kind of, well, this doesn't, but this looks very Pacific Northwest. Even though it says Virginia, you know they didn't film this shit there. Like, this is probably Pacific Spirit Park.
Uh-oh.
The only other thing I could think of is maybe like Personal Shopper, but I'm pretty sure that shit takes place in like the modern
Fucking
day.
knew it. Am I stuck? No.
Okay, Elizabeth
bitch.
Moss, Amy. Oh, is it where the is that Mima? Crawdads? Is this
Bye,
the
bitch.
Crawdads movie?
Caddyshack.
Gul'dan.
I'm hearing reports that this is not Mima, bro.
Hmm.
I'll be honest, I have no idea what this is. On the Road. This is a Jack
Now what?
Kerouac movie, bro.
By Warstomp Gul'dan. I use it
Had
here.
no idea. I'm starting to think I'm not fucking with Amy Adams, bro. I thought she was like one of the best actresses of our time. I finished Night Bitch. She's in On the Road, isn't she? Oh, she's
What
not
in the
Crawdad.
fuck
She's
is
in
going
Hillbilly
on?
Elegy. My mistake. She's. Pardon me, a little bit of mucus.
Cream pie. The cream pie is getting jumped right now.
Europe, she is. She's got some tough movies.
All right, well, peace
yeah, but she
out,
did play Purse Girl
bitches.
in episode
follow
6,
me.
season 1 of The Office. Muppets
Follow
movie.
me.
Yo, did you see they're
Follow me.
releasing a new Muppet
Uh-huh.
show, bro?
Bye. Bitch.
Yes, dude, yes. I might watch that. What's it on? Don't say Apple TV. I'm gonna crash the fuck out.
Meow.
ABC?
I've been meowing too much lately. Man. It's
ABC
getting
equals
weird.
Disney Plus. Okay.
Fucking neighbors
I'll
are gonna
see
think
that
I'm a
on the-
psychopath. Cream pie is
I'll
getting
see
jumped
that on the
for
Wonder at
cream
some
pie
point, I
on their mother.
suppose.
Cream
let's
pie
check out
does
the
cream
Daily
pie
Dozen
mothers
here.
a lot. Dude, these fucking boars and
Mom's
their
pubis,
stun
apparently.
is annoying.
While he never attempted a pass during the season and playoffs, Jim Sorgi was the backup QB for what 2000 Super Bowl
Where's this
winner?
guy at?
I feel
There he
okay.
is.
2000s.
Been doing his quest real easy.
So who you got there? You got like the Ravens. You got the Buccaneers. The Colts. You know what? I feel like the Colts make sense because why would you have the backup QB throw
Ew.
a single pass if you got Peyton Manning at his MVP level at like
Okay.
OJ Mayo, no chance.
The fuck?
Gritty is the mascot of the Flyers. Okay. Indira Gandhi became the first female prime minister of this country.
Eric Andre?
I'm gonna say India. Just an educated guess. You are Michael Caine and Bradley Cooper.
Hello.
One of the easiest mashups of all time.
Hello.
1882. This brand is known for fruit beverages, seltzer, spring water, and it's a white furred variety of bear. I'm gonna use context clues to guess that must be polar. Stefan was a recurring character on SNL played by Bill Hader. Losing the Green Book, this Marvel movie was nominated for Best Picture. Black Panther. This Asian American hip hop EDM group had hits with Like a G6. You are.
Huh?
It's like a 3-word. It's like a 3-word
Cream pie is burning.
name. It's kind of like Balkan beatbox, but it's not Balkan beatbox. Hip hop EDM group. Sounds
Oh.
crazy. This is Ben Stiller in the Cable Guy mode. I'm gonna type Asia. I'm gonna type
What?
Asian American.
What?
I'm gonna know this, but I don't know this. I give up on this one. I'm gonna put probably Riley Kylo. It's gotta be Xanax, here, man. There can't be that many
Xanax.
losers out there. Say turkey over the entire B movie script. Turkey over what? Oh, how many times did we lose to what, bro?
What?
Akon versus Zach Bryan. I think it's got to be Zach.
Where
Bryan.
are the boys?
Very close. Cher, remarkably
Who is this guy
underappreciated in
watching?
the
I see him
Spotify
playing everything in
demographic,
existence at this
unfortunately.
point. This is Northern Lion. Northern Lion.
Huge. I don't know who Coi Leray is.
I don't know what to do.
This picture goes hard as fuck, bro. 37 million's a lot, though.
Oh, there we go.
Shawn Mendes really popular.
One of the most popular Canadians. Probably more popular than Frank Ocean.
Oh, Unguarded.
Chappell Roan, one of the most popular artists of the 2020s so far.